We got two guest commentators in the box.
I was feeling the heat, man.
There you go. We got two guest commentators stepping in the box. It's going to be Nick Warner.
They have to break outside that box, and that's why you see him. He's as close to that box as he can get.
Yeah. As you know, Nick, most people, when they were breaking before, they pretend to break inside that box because it was easier to control, make balls, but now it's very unpredictable. And the other big change is what you make on the break is what you're on.
Yeah, Brandon Schuff, he was telling me, he said, take what you make and make all you can.
Yes, yeah.
Well, let's see here. Does he have choice here, or does he have, see, let's count.
I believe he made one of each, so it's open. If he would have made two solids and one stripe, then he would have had keep solids. But
no, I think there's 7 solids on the board.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah,
he's got to shoot stripes, and it looks like one of the main problems here is that green stripe. I think he'll draw back and try to move at 2 right now.
Yes, it's a shot. Yeah, he's developed it well.
He may, he's jacked up a little over that for that stripe.
15 ball, yep.
You think he'll shoot the ball close to the upper corner pocket?
Oh, it's 11.
Yes.
Yeah.
15, it might be the 15.
Is it the 15, yeah?
Now, what's he going to do? Just bounce off soft or come down table?
2 rails.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, that was.
Oh,
he's actually went a little far
here.
here.
He's got a little too much angle on this one.
Can he make that green one in the side? But I'm not sure that's much of an option. But
he's going to try and check a cue ball here, is he? Try and play for the
soft
green.
row. And
he's got fortunate
actually,
there. Yeah,
I think that turned out pretty good. I think he's going a little bit the wrong way, but I think he's maybe able to run into the 8 here and bump it out of the way and then play the 10 last. Unless he's going right at that 8 where he might be going behind the 8.
No, I think he's straight on. Yeah, he can run straight through there. Past 8, yeah.
He might be, it looks like he's perfect, but he's using left English, so maybe it's a little tight on the hit. Maybe the 6 is blocking a lot of the path of the 14. Yeah, he did come pretty close to that, didn't he?
Yeah.
But he likes it now. And
just a soft drawback here. The black in the side pocket.
You like drawing back for the side?
Yeah, just the table's that quick. It's just a little short draw shot. You don't need to put a lot of power in it.
I'm just wondering if he's got too much angle where he might run into the 8 and freeze on, or stop close to it. Evidently, I like that though.
Yeah.
He's got a nice cut for the side. Yeah, it's very nicely done there.
Yeah, he did mention at the beginning of the pre-match interview there that 8 ball was his preferred game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he mentioned that to Ted, so it was just unfortunate he's get kicked in off there.
Yeah, boy, this is a dream spread here now. Yeah. I think anybody, you could almost pick either set of balls here. I think maybe the stripes are laying a little better, maybe. What do you think?
Yeah, the stripes for me too, Nick. That's another slight difference to tell the viewers here, because the break rule here is you've got to shoot down table from the kitchen area.
Yeah, you don't get to start with ball in hand anywhere.
Yeah.
It makes it a little more difficult, and was hoping that he would do that, because that 10 ball to me is the most dangerous ball of the whole rack if you wait too long to get it. But he didn't. That was really good that he went right after it, because now he can stop on the 10 ball. He can go over to the right rail, stop, play the 15 in and stop, and then go between the 2-3 for a good shot on the 8. It's just a perfect pattern here.
Yep. Can you just explain to the viewers there why that 10 ball was an awkward ball? Because quite a lot of amateur players wouldn't see that as awkward.
Well, it was awkward because a lot of times you can get in trouble on a lot of side pocket shots because, number one, if you get to going the wrong way toward those balls down there, or you got to go left of those balls to get around, you got to run that cue ball so far. And then a lot of times, notice the way he's played this pattern. He started out with a ball up on the upper end, but then he came down, got all these 3 balls here, and then he a lot of times where you run into troubles, the transportation of the cue ball, getting it from one half of the table to the other half of the.
Wow, that's a great break.
I like that break.
Yeah.
Woo. Look at that break.
Oh my.
That's impressive. That's very impressive.
Yeah, we want to bottle that one up there and take it with him for every rack.
Yeah,
I really got to jump in here. I mean, that was such a scary break. The only thing I seen go in the pockets was stripes.
Yeah.
And look at him where he lies now.
Well, he's got 4 stripes, but look how good they're laying. And that goes back to one of the rule changes in this event. Whatever you make the most of is what you take. What you get here. If the only way you get choice is if you make the equal number of stripes and solids. Or unless your opponent doesn't make a ball in the break. And
I think he should.
What do you think he should do here, Pat?
I'm thinking he should take the 10 ball here, shoot the 10 and take the cue ball up towards the right-hand centre pocket. Then shoot, is that the pink 12 up there? And then just screw to where the cue ball is now. And is that the red 11? His last ball for the black, so he's got a straight-in black.
Well, I'm not sure he's going to do that because I think on this new cloth, it's still sliding quite a bit. I think it's going to have a tendency to shoot hard enough to get up close to that side. I think you're going to have to hit it so hard, I don't think you're going to be able to get it up there.
Which one on the 10 you?
If you shoot the 10 and try to get up, the rails are kind of grabbing still, and the cloth is fast, but the rails, it tends to grab and really slow down when you shoot firm, when the ball's pretty close to the rail like this. Now is he gonna try to go between those 2 red, the orange and pink ball over there, and then go back to the center of the table, or maybe, or no, he's gonna go 10 now, or no, he's going. Yeah, I like this. Yeah. He's gonna go between those 2 or above that 5. No,
he's looking to go between.
Yeah, I don't think he can go above it here. I think he can. His only option here is to go between those 2 red balls, at least from the angle I'm standing at. But if he don't hit them, he's going to be ideal. Very nicely done.
Yeah, good pace on that.
And he avoided running in. If he runs into those 2 balls, it's not going to be quite so much fun for him.
No.
Okay, and Imran moves into 3-0. He's trying something different, and boy, he hit that good.
Oh, was that cue ball? Is that kicked in? Oh. Wow.
Wow, twice. He's got time he got kissed in from nowhere. Oh.
That's incredible luck.
Wow.
Incredible bad luck there for Jason.
Yeah, he's playing like he ran over a baby on the way in today.
I'm sorry. I got to know the meaning behind that.
Well, I should have said stepped on a baby on the way in. Ow.
I'm out of it.
What do you like here? I'm liking the stripes too. Just curious if that 10 goes in past into the side. Yeah, he's just checking it there. It's difficult to see from our angle here.
It looks a little tight, but if it goes, he just draws back.
Yeah.
I guess. And,
yeah, it must come in off the knuckle.
And I guess he draws back for the 14.
No. Yeah, just a stop shot maybe. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going, he might have been trying to get another inch here. I don't know if he's straight enough to float down for this follow down. Oh yeah, he
the
is.
15 ball, yeah.
Great angle, Al. He can follow right down and get a good shot there on the 15. And then he's going to maybe have to put a little magic on the cue ball to get up table for the 11 here. There's a lot of obstacles in the way. Now you're thinking, yeah, he's trying to do exactly what you said, Pat. Good call. I think he went a couple inches further than he wanted.
Yeah. He's still okay there. He can just float it into the left-hand side corner there. Take the cue ball just over to the side rail and just come in between the black.
I guess he can come short of the 8 or
on
the low side toward us.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, yeah. Just come here.
Yeah, just, I thought he got close to hitting the 8, but maybe he can come short. No, that 8 was a big problem, evidently. That was, but he didn't have no trouble making an adjustment to get the position.
Yeah, he took that worry out the equation there. And now he's got these other 2 balls for the.
How about this for a key ball?
Yeah.
Well, he's just played flawless so far. His runouts have just been textbook.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So Imran makes this 8. He's going to pull into a commanding 4-0 lead and makes a new one.
Wow. 2 in the bottom corners again. One of each. One solid, one stripe. Is it?
I believe he might have made
stripes.
2 stripes.
Yeah, 2 stripes.
So
it's got really only one awkward one here is the red 11. All the others look open.
Tell you what I like here, maybe, at least as one possibility, is if you could play that 10 and get over there, not straight in, but have a little angle.
Yeah.
And then if you could draw back up and get an angle on the 13.
That's what he's looking for here, looking for the gap.
Yeah, I think he's kind of, that 11, that ball on the right rail, above the side pocket behind the green 6. That's, I think, the ball he's probably the most worried about. And it would have been nice to got that out while the 13 and 14 were still there.
Yes. Uh-huh. Yeah, he'll be taking it next for sure. Although what he could do,
I don't know if he can avoid that too.
He could take the pink 12, come back out to the middle of the table, and then run that 2 rails, 3 rails for the 9. Running side.
Yeah, he's going to have to pound that ball a little bit, and keep in mind the viewers out there, these are not your normal size pockets. These pockets are 4 1/4 inches. This is this table's a pretty snug table on the pocket. So when you have to fire them in, it looks like to me he's got to hit this with some speed, and I don't like having to play position on that 11 after this ball. You know, he's probably going to have to stay long here. Well, he's pretty thin though. He may just roll it in and run into the 2 to try to stop the cue ball. He hit it with a little top right and try to come off and hit the 2 full. So he kind of stops there. So he don't have to do too much on the 9 to get on the 8 here.
No, he'll be looking to contact that full on side of the 2.
Now I look for him to, on a lot of tables, you fire that in and draw this back, but I look for him to hit this a little gingerly.
Yeah.
And concentrate more on being sure this 9 goes instead of trying to come back a 1.5 feet to get straight in or 2 feet. I look for him to end up with a little bit of cut on this ball. It's nicely done, though. That was nicely done.
Wow, another breaking run.
Well, this has been a in action, and oh, I don't like that choice. No. I don't like that.
To me, when players start doing that, it's like they're almost giving in.
Yeah, I don't like that, what I saw there.
I mean, his 2 breaks earlier on were very good breaks. They were just unfortunate to get kicked in.
Yeah, he was getting good ball action.
Yeah.
The only thing I noticed much different is Imran seems to be hitting it, coming back, and then ending up coming back close to between the 2 diamonds. He seems to be staying on this end, so he's hitting it just a hair higher than Jason was. But I actually like the way Jason was hitting it because he's getting plenty of action. It may just take a slight adjustment in the hit on the 1 because he didn't hit it perfectly square. He hit it pretty square.
Yeah.
But if he hits it just a hair square, that may solve the problem because he left Imran with just 2 really beautiful layouts.
Oh yeah, he's splitting them well. That's why I'm surprised he's gone to this method of breaking here.
So far, Imran has run out 5 racks in a row, either from his break or Jason's. Let's see if he extends that. Boy, how about that speed there? Wow, right in the window. What nice control. Now, probably the toughest ball he's got here is maybe the 8 or else the 14 over there.
He's cleared the 8 ball now.
No, that's a confident shot. Well, no, he's got the 9 there, so. And missed the 9, but where he goes from here on the 9.
I like him shooting the 12 ball up top. And then using the 9 ball next to get over to these other side. He's got a slight angle on the 12. If he can take the cue ball to the left of the 12, maybe 3 inches across.
Yeah, he's having a hard time. He don't really want to shoot that 12 because that 12, a lot more distance there.
It's the tougher shot.
He keeps looking how easy this 9 is. But sometime in 8 ball, if you don't take the tough shot now, you end up with a close to impossible shot later. And
he's played a nice shot there. Good pace again. You'd expect him to have good pace at this time, Nicky, because he's been at the table that much.
Is he just going to kind of punch that in and pull between the 6-8 there and play the 15 and then the 14 up table? Is that the way he's going to finish this, Pat?
He's going looking for the side pocket now.
Oh, okay. Wow, this looks tough. This is pretty thin.
I think I would have preferred the method that you just said there. Take the 15 and then the 14 long up top and then stop it for the 8.
Well, I would certainly like to be a little right of where he's at here, where I was a little straighter on this 14 for the side, and I'm sure he would too. This is you really got to bear down hard on this 14 ball. It's pretty thin. He's jacked up a little bit.
He's got to make sure.
I think he's jacked up a little bit anyway over this 3 ball, and
yeah, it's definitely. He's got to be.
He's certainly treating this shot with lots of respect, isn't he?
Yeah. Is he going to try and avoid that 2 ball? Just come through the gap.
Oh wow! What a nice hit. That was nicely done. That was no gimme there. That was real thin for the side, and now he's back in business here. He's got a great shot to, if he wants, he can just bounce off and fall close to straight in for the side. I think that's what I like the best.
Yeah,
some people might try to come back up, but that's to me is like asking for trouble.
Yeah, the centre pocket for the 8's a shot here. Yeah. Oh, this is for a 6-0 lead and another 8-ball clearance from Imran. And I wonder if Jason is having second thoughts now about his break off there. And then it goes. Imran.
Tuesday Tuesday evening.
I'm hoping to. I just pick up a few tips as I'm going along here. Pick your brain as we go along. All that knowledge in there, Nick. We talked about where he was parking that ball.
Boy, I tell you, it's uncanny. It seems like, wow, just no matter. I'd say that's probably the worst one he hit, but he still made a ball. It seems like he makes a ball no matter where he hits that head ball. And he's made a stripe here, so he's got. You going to jack up and shoot the 14, or you going to shoot this ball over here?
Is it the 12? Pink 12 on the side?
Yeah.
I'm liking the 12 because at the moment there's a bit of the 10 ball doesn't go past the 12, so you're breaking that out at the same time. The cue ball's going to run down table. You'll have a choice, maybe the 14 in the opposite side.
Now he could play a billiard here, 10, and play that. Is that the pink 12 or is that the 11 there?
That's
no,
a 12.
that's a pink 12. He could play a billiard and play that ball on the side. Of course, he's going to move a lot of balls. And one thing I've noticed, when I played a lot of 8-ball, as I go along in the 8-ball, I see a lot of times it's nice. Well, he's decided to go after that 14. He's jacked up over the 1 ball. They're playing foul on all balls. If you touch a ball, that's a foul. So he has to be very careful here. You know, those shots are a little easier when you're ahead 6-0, aren't they?
Yeah.
At least he made it look easy.
Yeah, that's correct. When you're trailing 6-0, they're not quite. That bag looks a little bit tighter than what he made it look like there.
Yeah, those pockets look like they're about 3 inches wide.
Like shooting beach balls in an anthill. And Keith McCready used to say at one point, like shooting marbles in the tunnel after a while.
Looks like to me he's running into a lot of that 10 ball here. He's liable to push it too close to the 5-7. That seems to be the problem on this shot. And
but what he could try here is what you just mentioned earlier. He could play the carom shot, play the 10 ball first, so he's almost like banking it off the side rail, but controlling the cue ball, run into the 12. He's not electing to do that.
He just tried to hit it firm so that it wouldn't. That was pretty astute shot he played there. You can tell he's thinking real clear.
Yeah.
because a lot of people soft roll it and end up tying that stripe up, where he hit it with just a little bit of speed so that it got away from those other 2 balls.
They stopped at white knowing it would be on the brown 15 straight ball in the corner. Man, he's making this look very easy.
Yeah, I like what he did right there.
Yeah.
A lot of people, they think, you're always going to get out from there and stuff. But I always like playing that high ball so you can come down from the high ball to the low ball.
Yeah.
Because the 6 there is...
I know, tricky.
Could be, if he happens to clip at 6.
If he doesn't get the right angle on that, like you say, the 6 balls could cause a problem.
Well, Ingrid is putting on a clinic on how to run out, isn't he? That's 7 in a row.
Yeah. With another break run.
Here.
He's getting back to the original break here.
It's like I said, he played in the finals of that 8-ball tournament in Chattanooga with Johnny Archer, and I know he plays great 8-ball. He's got to be really frustrated here.
Yeah, it was very there. You could see it in his...
He's getting killed on the break,
He went back to his original break from where he started in the first rack. He parked the white perfectly in the center of the table and never made a ball. And he walked away in disgust.
And look how these balls, how spread out these balls are.
I like the solids here. One tricky one here is a 1 ball.
Yeah, that 1 is a little bit tricky.
I would actually play the 4 ball first and try and cannon in to the 11 and 1. Any nudge in either one of them. Oh, he's going for the bottom ones first. He might be able to, he was actually looking there to see if he could actually play the 1 ball on the side, right hand side pocket there, after pocketing the 4.
Okay, now what we're interested in this rack, we're trying to figure out what he's going to do with that 1 ball. It's right in the center of the table. It's a solid that's right in the middle, close to the 11 ball, and we're trying to figure out what he's going to do. He may play that 4 and then play the 1 in the side after, when he gets to the 4. And one thing for the viewers, notice how a lot of times they take all the balls off one half of the table and then they move to the other half of the table to finish out the rack.
It's like working what you says earlier on. You don't want to be manoeuvring that cue ball up, down table all the time, because that's when you start making the cue ball error mistakes, positioning wise.
And your opponent's balls tend to
get
end
in the
up
way.
being in big obstacles you got to go around. And he's really kept this simple.
That's what the professionals like to do, and they make it so consistent because they keep to little regions. They don't let the cue ball do too much work unless they need to.
Now this is, it looks easy, but an 8-ball,
this is missable.
The difficulty of the shots is a lot different than when you're playing 9-ball. 9-ball, you're loose, and but this 8-ball, the shots, because when you miss one of these, you are going to lose the game almost every time.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
And those points show up. That's the first mistake he's made in the game. So
let's see what Jason can do now.
I'm starting to think that his opponent was Mr. Invisible. We've saw so little Jason so far in this match, but Jason, that's got to be a sigh of relief. The main thing here is you got to keep bearing down.
Yes.
You know, you really got to focus hard and try to get this game, and it doesn't mean you're going to win, but you've got to try to put a little pressure on your opponent. Hope you can win a couple of 3 games, and then the opponent can feel you when he starts feeling you come back. You don't feel so comfy no more.
No. when they're breathing down your neck.
It's nice to have a big lead, but it's not much fun when you lose that lead.
No.
Start losing it.
Yeah. Sometimes when I think when players get into a big lead like this, they just start looking at the finishing line, and that's the worst thing you can do. You think you're at the finish line and you take the foot off the gas, and that's sometimes when mistakes creep in.
Well, from my experience, you have to play to win. When you try to start playing to keep from losing, that always seems to spell catastrophe. You got to, like you say, keep the foot on the gas.
Yeah, keep the foot on the gas.
Well, Jason Klatt has not been having much fun. He's got to be happy just to make a few balls and
get his arm going.
Just get loose a little bit. And
he's got a little bit of work to do here.
Well, he's got that one stripe in the middle that he's got to be careful. I like to go maybe close to the middle after I play the 10, and then when I go try to go up table, I try to like to get in the middle of the table, play the 15, and play for it in the left side or the lower left corner. What do you like to do here? You like to come maybe all the way up for the other corner? Because keep in mind that 7 there is blocking that path for the 8.
Yeah. It's all about leaving the right angle to get a shape on that 8 into the opposite corner pocket. Or you can shoot it long.
I think I like going long.
Yeah.
Because I think it makes it easier to get on the 8. Where you don't want to be firing at 11 at one of these corner pockets to try to slide over for the 8.
No.
That's why I like to go high.
Right.
Because I can hit at a better speed. I can hit at a firmer speed and have a better chance not to miss. But here, he's got to be sure if he does that, he's got to be sure he gets up high enough on this ball. If he stops way short.
No, you don't want to be way you want to be high.
Well, let's see what he decides to do.
Ooh. That looks spot on there.
Yeah, that's pretty good there. About as good as you can do. He came dangerously close though to that.
That was very good speed control considering he's not been to the table for 7 racks.
And this is the pro side. They call this the pro side. He's going the direction toward the ball that he needs to play next. In other words, he's to the left of the line of a straight in angle, and he's going the direction he needs to go. And
he's okay there.
Normally in 9-ball, you don't even think about this shot, but in 8-ball, there's a little pressure here because
your opponent's balls.
If you don't make this ball, you lose. There's no free lunch here.
Oh, wow.
Well, Jason wins the game that's sometimes very hard to win, and that's the first.
Second pool. And I've seen a lot of more players getting more edgier out there. I've been watching matches on outside tables today, and quite a few established players have really got their back up against the wall, basically, because they know they've not got a second opportunity here. We've seen some big names go out in the first round, Johnny Archer and Mike Duchesne, both losing very close matches. So it's tough conditions out here with so many world beaters.
Well, the one thing that's pretty incredible, this 8-ball, you need to be a good shot maker because you're going to have to make some hard shots to win some games. You're not, every game you get is not going to be a throw-in.
No.
There's, as you can see, we haven't seen one safety so far in this match. At this level of play, it's mostly offensive.
Yeah, very much so, yeah. But you see the way Imran's broke here, he's potted a spot, solid ball, he's not really got an opening shot here, so we might see some sort of safety play here to start this rack off. He's not really got an opening shot here.
No, the only shot I see he can even has much chance to. Is he shooting a strike there?
That's a foul. Yeah.
I don't.
Why didn't
I don't understand that shot. You explain to me what. You explain to me.
I'll need to go down and ask him myself because I can't explain it. I think he miscalculated it. I think as soon as he's spotted it, he's realised his mistake he's made.
Now that.
Because he's just giving him ball in hand here. So he's only got one awkward ball.
Oh, there. Was that a brain fart or what was that?
That's what I'm thinking. That's the only explanation I can come up with.
Yeah, well, I started counting the balls when he aimed that direction. I thought I had miscounted.
Yeah, he's just got to get rid of this awkward, the green 14 ball, is it?
Yeah, I like, yeah, it's a little tricky though. Breaking that out. But boy, these two stripes on the left, the stripes look a little tricky too. And
yeah.
Yeah, one thing, if I'm involved in an interview after this match, I know what question I want to ask. Jeremy Jones just walked by the booth. Well, looks like we're going to have a brief intermission here.
All right, it appears that we got a timeout here. It's still 7-1. I'm upstate Alavese B. We're in the booth. We got Pat Holtz sitting right here beside us.
Yeah, welcome back.
I understand there's a shootout going on back there. Sean Morgan, and I'm not sure who his opponent is, but they are Hill, so there's a shootout going on in the back of the room.
Yeah, Sean Morgan's 12-12 with Alain de Costa from France.
Wow.
And I think Sean Morgan was well up in that match, actually.
Well, yeah, he was actually down. His opponent was on the hill.
Yeah.
And then he banked the 7 ball, made the 8 to tie it, 12-12. So they're in the shootout phase right now. Everybody's excited. Everybody's back there. This is the second shootout we had in the tournament so far.
Yes, here we have Jason back at the table here, ball in hand. He's shooting the stripes. He's got a pretty awkward situation here with this the red 11 and pink 12. It is 2 awkward balls. Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's going to jaw. I'll tell you what, Jason Klatt's been getting the worst of this here, taking nothing away from Imran.
Imran,
yeah. He's just been shooting phenomenal. seems like there's nothing on the table that phases him. He got out of line. I remember he got out of line one time, like in the second round, where he had to cut one of the balls into the side pocket and just did it and held the cue ball for the next corner ball.
That's right, yeah.
He's just been shooting so well. Many years ago when he came to the States here, I actually took him out to Jersey. He was looking to get into some action matches just to keep warm. I forget, he was going to Derby City Classic. And I took him out to Jersey, and he played on like a triple shim table. They tried to trap him up in Crown Billiards in Carmen Lombardo's pool room, and he played Teddy Garahan. And I think they broke even on a real tight box. I mean, this guy plays phenomenal ever since I've seen him.
Yeah. Most of the UK players, they prefer the tighter tables because we've got a snooker background. So we've got good cue action, used to playing tight pockets. So that doesn't phase the British guys. Actually, probably easier for us.
Yeah, it actually is, yeah. Not only that, sometimes you know, a lot of these players, especially himself, they go out to the China Open. You know, you're playing on the Joy tables or whatever Chinese table you're playing on, and super tight, like everybody knows. So definitely a favorite, without a doubt.
What he'll be trying to do here is trying to play 2-ball off the cushion and flick the green 14 out the way to open the pocket up for the black 8 later on. You see him just lining it up. So he'll be looking to come cushion first.
And then he can always play the 4-ball into the side pocket or the corner, depending on where he lies.
Yeah.
Beautiful shot.
Yep.
Now the side pocket with the 4-ball will naturally bring him down for the 6 or the 7, depending on where the cue ball should stop. If he comes out a little longer, he has the 6.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a natural pot here into the side pocket. Don't need to do anything special with the cue ball. You just get the pace of the cue ball right. That's what's most important here. Make sure of the pot.
You know, it's easy to say from here, right? Until you get up there in front of this crowd. This crowd is tremendous around Steinway Billiards Arena right here. It's just...
Wow, he's missed again into the side pocket.
Like I said, it's easier said than done.
That's 2 balls now in the last 2 racks. He's missed into the side pockets by hitting them short.
Well, I missed a little action there, but I don't know what happened while I was gone, but evidently Jason play a safe. Or?
Well, what happened was then Jason had the ball in hand, remember, where the 14 was up the top?
Right.
Placed the cue ball behind it and missed the long shot into the corner, rattled it. Gave Imran a great opportunity. He played a nice finish and then missed that, the pink 4 on the side there. So now Jason's back at the table. So I'm wondering what I initially says earlier on, when someone comes out the traps, play really great, and then they miss a couple because they think they're over the winning line, and then the other player starts coming back at them, and then they start having doubts in their mind. I wonder if we're going to see that here.
Well, I think a lot of that's going to boil down to what happens behind that break. He's going to, if he starts struggling with his break, it's going to be a different ball game here.
Yeah, but how many times have you seen too then, when you're not taking your opportunities, your break starts deserting you and everything goes for the opponent? It's like the pool gods are up there watching you, and if you don't take the opportunities that come to you, everything starts going against you.
Yeah, sometime you can get punished, and that momentum is no different in pool. That big mo is tough to stop.
Actually, incidentally,
well, I'm not wishing Imran any bad luck, but I'd like to see Jason make this a tougher match.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, all the
I know if I was playing, I'd like to keep pouring it on.
Well, I'll tell you what, we all like to see that, you know.
But the fans, they want to see you have to sweat big time.
Yeah, yeah.
But then you have the fans that like to see breaking runs, you know. So it's an even keel. But I got to agree with what Pat is saying. There's many matches where it seems like the tide changes.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You know, and all of a sudden, not that they need the rolls, just seems when you stop playing better and you get the rolls, it seems like it changes. And all of a sudden, well, it was 7-0. Well, how did it get to 7-5? He might say to himself, you know. Could happen that quick.
Yeah.
But with this format, it's kind of hard to do that unless you can take control of the table at your opponent's errors and get back in the game that quick. It's tough.
Well, there's a lot going on here. See, say a guy comes up on the break. Well, that could cost him 2 games without him even getting back to the table.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Well, now when he comes back to the table, he's not so loosey-goosey no more. And he's thinking,
so he's probably going to hit this nice and firm and square.
Ow, he's pushing the envelope on outside the box here, isn't he?
Yeah, he sure is. He's right at the intersection.
Wow. Oh, my God, he's hard luck there.
Look like they're playing one pocket on the right side of the table instead of 8-ball here as everything started to migrate to that side of the table.
I know one thing. All of a sudden, when Imran comes to the table, look at this layout. You can't possibly, I don't think, take stripes here, can you? You know, I do see a way to get out with stripes.
Yeah, so do I. I prefer
what
the
is
stripes. Your hardest ball in the stripe is obviously the blue 10 ball up there, but you can play a carom shot there in pot 10 and 2 in one visit.
Sometimes, Pat, I really don't understand that. You might have to slow it down a little bit. What was that again?
I would take the green 14 on the side, run up table, and play the 10 ball onto the 2. You can actually,
okay, kind of stick them in a safe.
Yeah,
snooker?
yeah.
Okay.
No, it doesn't snooker them. You can just roll the 10 ball over the pocket. And what's the guy in this? What's Jason going to do with it?
Right.
He can't do anything.
He's playing a solid.
Yeah, because Imran hasn't got an 8-ball background.
But I don't now. Look, he's really in trouble. See, what I like to do is something a little different. I like to play the 14, like you said, in the side. Follow forward, cut this ball in the side, go down and knock his ball in, and then play that stripe over in the left-hand corner. Because, you know, if you leave that ball there, doesn't mean that that's going to turn out to be to your advantage.
No, I know.
Because he may draw back off that and knock your stripe in off that ball, solid he's closest to. And now, what are you going to make? It's definitely going to be a long shot.
Well, you folks at home that just learned this game, let me tell you something. That's some valuable information right there that Nick Varner explained. Hitting that ball in after making another ball really is going to take you places instead of just leaving it there. That's pretty sharp there, Nick. And they don't call him the Colonel for nothing. He's the Colonel in just about any aspect of this game. I could witness that.
It's amazing when you give a guy a $20 bill how much mileage you can get out of it, isn't it?
I only work. Well, I must have got you because I usually just take a coffee. All right.
No, thanks for the compliment. One thing it don't seem like you ever get tired of is people saying nice things about you.
Well, it's the truth. I've been around. I believe it was in the Camel Tour. I believe I seen you playing one of the big tours, and I didn't know you at that time. I knew you, but you didn't know me. And it was a really hard kick shot. And I heard people to the left and behind me, and they were talking. They were betting on you weren't going to hit it, and I so much wanted to get in and say, "Yeah, I'll bet you he does hit it." You hit it. You hit the shot. It was like a 4-rail kick shot. Oh, I know where it was. I believe it was a U.S. Open. I believe it was one of the U.S. Opens.
Was he just playing safe there? Cause, what was he going to shoot next?
No, I think he was just playing a containing safety shot there.
Yeah.
Because Imran tied his pink 12 ball up in his near the side pocket there.
Can he cut that 6 in this corner on the right, lower right, or is it just too thin?
I think it's. Oof.
I almost like getting the 3 away from there and just hope he can't run out, because he can't win with that 3 with ball in hand.
No.
If he gets ball in hand, unless he can, well, he can make it, I guess, in the left pocket, but I like what he did there. I'm not saying it's going to yield a win, but he almost here has to try to run out, I think. What do you think? What would you do here, Pat?
I would actually take the 10 ball and come down and maybe try and bust out that. The 12 here. Bust into it.
Yeah, Pat's talking about the 2 balls up at the side, 1 stripe, 1 solid there. That's the big problem here, as far as the biggest problem as far as Jason getting out. How do you make that break it out? Or
you can use look at that angle there. You can use the red 11 and play the red 11 in off the pink 12 into the side pocket if it comes below it.
Oh, I'm backing you. You're fired. But it's a shot, though, Pat. I'm making fun of you, but boy, that's a risky shot. This is a single elimination tournament, folks. Keep that in mind. I think you were right. I think he should have just pocketed the 10 ball. I don't know why he's keeping that 10 ball up there.
He may be okay here, but if he wouldn't have left him a shot on this 6, but I think he's got to try to get out somehow here. Now, he might elect to try to try to play a billiard off the 5 ball and go over to the right corner and knock that 10 in and leave him close to the end rail and bet he can't run out. That might be the best shot. And because it's pretty hard for him to run out here. That 3 and that 5, he don't have very good transportation to break that up, I don't think. The only thing, I just don't think he's got enough angle to draw between 7.
He's going to just roll this.
He's going to take the 10 out?
Oh, no.
No, I thought he was going to take the 10 out with the 3 and leave the cue ball behind it, but he's forcing Jason many a times. He's throwing that 10 ball right in front of him.
Well, I would have been trying to knock that 10 ball in myself, but
I would. The shot there, the shot I would have played would have been the 7 ball onto the 9 and roll it up towards the 3. Kill the game.
Because what he's kind of saying here, he's boy, I hate to not, unless I can leave him where he can't make a ball. I don't like, and I'm not sure he can. I might even go to the end rail here, rail first, hit it with low right, and try to spin up and break them balls out.
That 10 ball's not doing him any good down there.
Well, it's an insurance ball in any case, but I think he should take it out now.
I would play the kick shot.
If he takes it out now, see, what the 10's doing right now, it almost keeps Imran from running out, because he can't make the red 3 ball.
He's going to try to hug the rail. I think he's going to try to hug the rail and break it up. Boy, did he come ever so close.
I tell you what, he's got to be pretty careful. I'm not even sure he can make a ball here unless he can bank one in. He's falling not in a very good spot here. And now, if Imran gets a shot, he can run out pretty easy. What do you like here?
He's playing a safety.
He's going to try to put him behind that red one, the red stripe. Yeah, that's pretty good there. I like that. How about you?
Yeah, he's just slowing him up now. I don't think the 7 goes to the top left corner, so he's not got much options here, Imran.
Now, if you want to play flamboyant here, you can jump that cue ball with that stripe and play that 3 in the upper corner.
No.
If you want to go for the gusto and be a crowd pleaser.
we can't play jump shots unless he's snookered.
Yeah, you can play a jump shot when your opponent snookers you.
He's not snookered. He can hit the 7, and he can hit the 6. So he's not. He can't use his jump stick.
Oh, he can't?
No.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pat's right. You really got to be snookered where you can't see anything.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's kind of a gray area when you think about it, but that's the bottom line.
Wow. I'm going to know the rules when this tournament's over. What do you think, Al?
They change the rules quite often, Nick. Watch the cue ball, folks.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Boy, you talk about a safety play. Gee whiz. 14's open.
Well, that was a risky shot there, Nick. Given ball in hand in this sort of situation would have been disastrous.
Yeah. Yes, it would have. Yeah, because he could have.
I still like if he can pot. I don't know if he can pot that green 14.
Yeah.
We can see an angle on that, Al. No, he can't see enough of it to pot it. Like you say, Nick, earlier, now that 10 ball's gone from there, he needs to be really careful what he leaves, Imran.
Yeah, he can't make this 14, no. So all he can do is play safe as far as I know. And he's got to be careful. I like cutting this stripe and coming down by these balls here. You might not snooker him. And you could lose. He could lose on this shot now. This is, if he can't make this 14, he's a little bit. It's hard to believe, but I think he's actually the underdog.
He's going to try to masse and make this 14 and then take the 15 next. Unless, well, he kicked from behind it.
Oh, that's crazy.
You know, what I might think about doing here is cutting this green ball to the bottom rail and kissing it in off his stripe there, close to that. And then if you can miss, if you could hit that 3 or that 12 ball, I might have to go here.
That's what he's looking at. He's just looking at the angle. Where that cue ball goes after he pockets the green 6.
Yeah.
Like you say.
He's looking at it too, huh?
Yeah. He played a shot like a similar earlier in the match. And he got it. It makes it a very big pocket there when you've got a ball there sitting like that, Nick. It's really.
I think the key here is where this cue ball, if he can break, I think he'll make this ball. Just a question whether he can hit the top side of that stripe on the rail and run into the 3. And
he's jacking the cue ball up here. Yeah, he's got them all. Wow. That come out very nice.
That's one thing in this 8 ball, you know, that where you got to be careful getting too cute on safety play.
Yeah.
Because sometimes just one little turn, and sometimes it's more luck than skill maybe on the part of your opponent, but it don't matter. They all count the same when you lose a game. And
Jason had that game wrapped up there in his favour, and he's by playing too tentatively in my mind, he's let Imran back into that match.
Yeah, because if he could have got this game, it'd be 7-3.
Yeah.
Which sounds pretty darn good compared to 8-2.
Yeah.
Folks, just to give you an update, Pat Holtz has to step out soon enough after this rack, and Darren Appleton's going to sit in here with legendary Nick Varner right after this rack. So we want to thank Pat in advance before you step out. Sir, we want to thank you for sitting in. Anytime you have some time, we got the hook out there. If you like eels, we'll throw one out there for you. Okay. Hook you back in.
It's been a pleasure joining you guys for the first half of this match.
Nice to meet you, Pat.
Yes.
And good luck in your match tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you again, Pat.
Cheers, guys.
Another good break. Made the corner ball as well.
Yeah.
Well, what did he make? He made stripes. So it's take what you make. He made stripes. I think he's got a combination down there.
Take what you make and make all you can.
Yeah.
That's the name of the game. Isn't that the name of the tune there?
Yeah, he's in. I mean, he would have preferred solids here, but stripes are not terrible. But he's got to move the cue ball around more on stripes because you've got the 9 ball at the top there. It looks like he's taking solids, which am I miscounting some balls here? Oh, he's just checking now. He was just about to play solids and he's realised that he's on stripes.
He had a brain freeze a while ago and shot the wrong group, and he broke and miscounted. And I asked Pat, I said, you'll have to explain that strategy, giving your opponent ball in hand to me. And so at the when Jason Klatt took a break, he went down and asked Imran what happened there. And he said it had a brain freeze.
Yeah. He nearly had another one there. And
well, this certainly will make things easy if he makes this combination and they don't get tied up. Huh?
Yeah, he's come out. He's played it really good as well. He got shape on the 9, so the tables. In one shot, the table's now very easy.
Yes.
Before it was tricky. Now it's just like sitting ducks, really.
That's one thing that's so great about this game. Yeah. Sometimes you can have a tough layout, and sometimes you make one great shot and you turn it into a throw-in, huh?
Yeah, well, that's a great example. That shot there is to attack your problem balls very early. So he attacked the problem ball first shot where he didn't have to do that. A lot of players would have gone a different way there, but he attacked the problem area very quickly and look at the reward. And obviously he's playing very good, so confidence is good. And he stroked that one nicely, nice and clean.
Yeah, he hit that with confidence, and shooting that ball down that rail like that, you can wobble one of those sometime. But that shows he's playing with big-time confidence, and it looks like he's got a pretty routine finish here.
Yeah, and he's very comfortable with the bridge. So obviously anybody should make this shot, but he'll get perfect shape also. He's a pretty good snooker player. Also, is Imran.
Is he?
So he's accustomed to the bridge, and that new Predator bridge, I must say, is very impressive because it breaks in half, so it's very easy to carry it to put it in your case. So anybody looking to purchase a bridge and you haven't got to leave it in the pool room, that is a bridge to buy because it comes in two pieces. So it's just like a cue really, but turns into a bridge. Awesome.
Well, that's a pretty new product, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just come out.
Okay, Imran wins.
It's not I mean, it's a big punishment for him really to be 7-0 down. Now obviously he's in a tough spot. But that's a good thing, is that he'll keep grinding. Ooh, he nearly got unlucky there also. And yeah, this is what happens when things aren't quite going your way. The balls come out a little bit more tricky, as Nick knows. And you're just fighting the table all the time. And I'm guessing, as you see here, he made, so it's take what you make.
6, 4.
I think he maybe made one of
He's
each.
got choice, I believe. Here.
Yeah, he's got a choice, so that's really good. That makes a big difference. But that, I guess it's the 11 ball next to the 6 is the problem, and also obviously the 6 if you're taking solids.
Yeah, and you don't have many stripes down here.
He might opt to play the 15 onto 11 right now, Nick, because he has that the ball over the side pocket is his insurance.
That's certainly that may be what he has to do, because he does have a few more solids to work with down here, but at the same time, none of them are laying real good.
Yeah, the only thing I don't like with solids is that 5 ball. I don't like where that 5 ball is next to the 8 ball. because it's sort of like very hard to get perfect on the 5 ball, and you'd have to bump the 8 ball after making the 5, unless you do get perfect on the 5. Where if you look where the 14 ball is, that's very tricky. And I think he'd have to put his eggs in one basket at some situation if he does go solids. I think with stripes, I think he can. If he makes his first shot, then it's a pretty open table, really. But obviously, we're not 100% sure he can play that shot. That's the we're not too sure of the angle here. But I think he can. He can power that in, I'm sure, off the 11.
Yeah, I think he's laying pretty good on this.
I think that's what he's playing. Nice.
Yeah.
We don't get lucky. Look at this here. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Sort of bad news, really.
That's about the way this match has been going for him. Things haven't been exactly rolling his way.
Yeah.
I don't believe they could roll much uglier than that, can they?
No, I mean, that's just unfortunate, really. I mean, even if he just barely misses the 14 ball and he tied up the 11 against the 8, at least he could have done something with the 14 ball. But here, I mean, I don't even think the 14 goes in the side pocket from that angle. And even if it does, I mean, it is still in a very tricky situation here. So I think he's just going to slow roll this. Just bump it over the side pocket. There isn't much else he could do there. The only good thing is that the 5's tied up. So Imran's got to break that open somehow. I believe he'll probably be looking to play safe here.
Actually, that's a pretty good shot because that 8's tucked in pretty good there. And he can play position where the shot on the 5's not too bad, but who knows where the cue ball and the 8 ball is going to go if you hit it very firm.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not too sure. It's called the free, so maybe he might try and bump the. I don't think he's going to do that, but he could come around the back of the 6. No. So I'm not too sure. I'm just wondering here, Nick, if he can play the free ball off the 14 in the side pocket and break open the balls that way.
I think that's on if he can get almost straight in on that.
Well, that would have been
great.
Ball
for the
he
side.
But he should have gotten it at that shot. He should be on it now, but he didn't get on it.
Yeah.
I'm guessing he played to get on it. I mean,
because he's going to run out of balls, ammo here if he's not careful.
Yeah, exactly.
He don't have all the time in the world no more, huh?
Yeah, I thought he would have played for the free ball right there if he was thinking of doing that. If he's thinking of doing that, it's just got a little bit tougher as well. And we just witnessed another shootout as well on one of the outside tables. It was Sean Morgan against Alain de Costa from France. Sean Morgan bring the game back to 12-12 and then went to the shootout, and after 5 shots each the score was 2-1 to Alain de Costa. So it just shows that the guys are missing the spot shots. They're missing them shootout balls, so that the pressure's getting some guys. And 2 or 3 of them balls, what they missed it by a long way. So it just shows that pressure of the shootout is really is working. Imran actually did play that shot, Nick. I actually missed what shot he played in the end to bump them balls out, but whatever he did, it worked.
Yeah, I missed that too. I don't know if he cut that ball in. Probably cut that ball in this corner, I guess. And
yeah.
Went across. I don't know if he went across one rail or what. I missed it too.
Yeah, we've been joined in the booth by one of our sponsors, Czechio, Rudy Lundjens. Rudy, been in the industry a long time. Welcome to the commentary box, pal.
Thank you, Darren.
Hi, Rudy. How you doing?
I'm doing great, thanks. It's the first time that I'm doing this. Okay.
You'd be a natural, so.
But Imran is one of the players. He's really satisfied using our product.
Yeah, Czechio, Imran's one of a number of players what takes Checkio, and definitely is in good focus in this match, Nick. I don't know if you've tried Checkio yet, Nick. Have you tried the Checkio?
No, but I'm going to. Rudy, earlier we had a nice conversation where he was telling me about his product. And,
a lot of people are scared of its spectacle.
My first thought was about Red Bull, and I'm not real crazy about that product, but he said it's an entirely different product.
The only comparison both is liquid, but the inside is completely different.
Yeah, I mean, I've been taking Checkio 2.5 years now. I've never had no side effects, no shakes, no fast heartbeat or anything. Just feel good, feel focused, and yeah, it's good. It definitely doesn't do any harm, and there's no side effects. So, I mean, as long as you don't go crazy with it, an overdose on it, like Johnny Archer. Old Johnny gets a bit carried away, but Johnny loves it. I mean, Johnny, he's been playing good because of Checkio. He keeps telling me, I need Checkio, I need Checkio. I says, contact Rudy, he'll take care of you.
Yeah, one day you have to start. It's always the first step. It's the most difficult. But,
yeah, I'm going to have to give it a try, Rudy.
Yeah, Johnny was playing his match today, and he's come running over. It's like the score's like 10-9. He's come running over. Do you have any Checkio? Do you have any Checkio? So I give him a can of Checkio, and he's all happy.
Well, that's saying something to getting him off of the Mountain Dew.
Yeah. That's tough to get Johnny off the Mountain Dew.
I'm not sure Johnny has blood in his veins. I think it's Mountain Dew.
Oh, Imran played another good shot there. I mean, taking his time on the air ball, but he's pretty sure he'll make this.
Wow.
Okay. The score, he keeps adding fuel to the fire. He's leading Jason Klatt 10-2.
The tables are breaking and where to break from. See how the other players are doing it. So this is a good lesson for you amateurs out there. Yes. So obviously with Imran, he's found the sweet spot on the break. But obviously the commentator's curse and he comes up dry. That's Nick's fault. I blame Nicky for that one.
Well, I guess I'll have to take credit for it.
and he's left a nice wide open table. And he actually hit the break good, so maybe he hit him a little bit too thin that time, Nick. He slightly lost a cue ball at a touch. But still a good break, but just didn't hit him as square as what he's probably been hitting him previously. Jason, nice layout here.
Yeah, he's got a pretty good layout here. He just has to play this stripe in the side, the 12, and just draw back to clear the 8. And then I'd take this lower stripe here and then swing around the table 2 rails and go back up table to clear out the rest. But what would you do here?
Yeah, obviously you want to play in sections in a situation like this. You don't want to leave the 11 ball down there because that can cause a problem. Where once he makes the 11 and gets shape on the 13 or the 10, then everything's sort of dot to dot. You don't have to move the cue ball around, and just keep it nice and simple. And I mean, he's got a lot of balls for like an option to get on the 8 ball. The 8 ball's laying really good. There's no problem with the 8 ball. He can get on the 8 ball from any of the last 4 balls on the table after he clears this 11. But I'm guessing he's going to play for the 13 here. And then 13, 10, and then probably the 14 and 11, I guess.
Well, he can go lots of ways here. He can bounce off, play the 10 and 14, 11, and he can go lots of ways here.
Yeah, I think ideally you want to leave the 10.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's going to quite work out here, I don't think. Unless it comes across for the 14 now.
Yeah, I think he might have did what you said. Now he can go up and get the 11. He can do exact. Yeah, I like saving that 10 better.
Yep. And he might actually play the 11 now, Nick. I think because unless he can roll through with the 14 ball and play the 11 in the opposite corner and get straight in on the 11. That'd be ideal.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. He can just follow. No, he can follow forward and play it in the other pocket.
Yeah, Jason's a bit of a deceiving player because when he plays them little roll through shots, he always addresses a cue ball sort of low, and then when he's ready to pull the trigger, he sort of goes high on the cue ball. So he has a unique little, it's like a funny little stroke he's got, but obviously very effective. A lot of elevation in his stroke, Jason Klatt, which is very unusual, really. But obviously, it works for him. It's just the only thing I don't like is that when you're under a lot of pressure, it's very easy to flick a little bit of English what you don't want to put on, just because he's always elevating downwards. I've sort of spoke to him a lot about it, and obviously it's hard when you've been doing it your whole life. Not saying it's a disadvantage for him, but I think there's certain little situations where you'd like to be a little bit more of a flatter delivery, especially under that big, severe pressure.
Well,
but showed his
that was
eight-ball
a
knowledge.
long, dry spell there, but the score.
To Imran.
Yeah. Looks like he's got his hand in a pretty good position there.
That was beautiful. What a break that was.
Yeah, that'll get the money there. That's cha-ching there.
He made a stripe, so he's got to take stripes. So the 15 ball's the only real little half problem I see. Not a major problem, but actually, I'm not even. He can play the. Yeah, I think I have to play the 12 first here. He needs to get on that 15 somehow. So that 4 ball's making it a little bit awkward.
Yeah, he might even have to wait to close to the end to take care of that 15 now. It wouldn't be so bad. It's easy to get on that 10 and slide across for the 15, but then you got the 9 all the way across. I'd almost like, here's what I like, see what you like. Play the 12, come back across the center of the table a little bit, play the 9, then go back up for the 15 in the left same pocket as the 12, and then play the 11, and then play the angle on the 10 to slide across for the 15 in this lower right pocket. You like that, or
that's a
you like something else?
I mean, it's a pretty good option also, but I would like him to really try and get on this 15 ball very quickly. I'm thinking he can get on it off the 12 ball right now. Just leave it short, you know what I mean? So you leave like but then it's not easy to get on the next ball. So like you say, it depends how he's feeling. I would think he's feeling a bit more relaxed now just because he's so far behind. So he should be loosening that stroke up a little bit. But I think he's going to do what he's looking to shoot it now. But this is he's okay if he can punch it across and come out into the center of the table for the 11. Then that's okay. But
well, the problem here, that 5's interfering a little bit, I think, with his stroke to slide across and bounce off. Otherwise,
he's got to be that really good to get that back out there. So I think you might be right. I think he might be best. If he don't play it now, then he has to leave it till the end, I would think, unless he gets. I mean, he's no choice really. But he has to play it now, or he leaves it till the end. And I think he's really wanting to play it now. So
boy, he's close to that 5. I don't like that. That's too easy to foul.
Yeah, and it's too easy to miss it because you're thinking about fouling.
Right.
Yeah, Imran's not really renowned for being a 8-ball player, so he's really, probably the best 8-ball game I've seen him play, really.
What's his best game?
I think 9-ball. Nice shot. Nice stroke.
That was a great stroke. There was a lot of pressure on that shot because that 5, his shaft was dangerously close to it. And he may have to come across on the 9, huh?
Yeah, I mean, just shows how quick the table is there. I mean, once he hit that ball and come off the side rail, I'm thinking he's going nowhere near the 4 ball. Well, obviously, the table's playing beautiful.
Well, the cushions are grabbing a little because of the new cloth, but the bed is plenty fast. I seen the guy stretching it.
Yeah.
My gosh, he was pulling it with all his might.
Yeah,
Did you notice that yesterday?
John comes over to my house and does my table, and I tell you, he takes his time and he really stretches that cloth.
He was pulling. Well, one thing that's nice here by getting that 15 out earlier, it certainly makes the finish here a lot easier.
Yeah. He just needs to be careful here, though. He needs to get good shape on the 10. You don't want to get the wrong side. In my coat jacket.
I like what he did there.
Yeah.
Except he did get jacked up a little. And he don't want to end up too straight on this 9.
Well, he just want to roll it in, but hopefully they can trust the table. Don't want anything goofy happening with the cue ball if he just really slow roll it.
I don't think he has to hit it super easy.
Yeah, or he can come out and leave a bigger angle.
Yeah, I think that's what he's going to do.
Yeah. I think he would have liked a little bit more angle there, though, Nick. He's not happy.
Yeah, because these 4 1/4 inch pockets, I don't think anybody wants to fire them down them rails.
Yeah. And unless he just decides to just punch it off the rail and take a cut on the 8 ball, he has to really pound this one.
Yeah, I'd have to just try to get it off where I can bridge good. No way I want to jar this ball. At least I want to get a shot at the money ball.
Yeah. Oh, Nicky. He hit that nice and easy. I mean, that really did really well there.
Wow, he come dangerously close, though, to snookering himself there. Okay, Jason Klatt moves up to 4 games. He trails 10.
Standard so far on the TV table, the level of play.
Well, Carl played awful good.
Yeah, Carl played good, yeah. But he didn't run 7 racks out the gate like Imran.
Look at that break there.
Wow, that was a really good break, that one.
But does he have a shot? That's going to be the big question here.
And the problem here as well, though, Nick, is that he's on stripes.
I wonder if that stripe there, he can kiss it off that red 3 and make it in the corner, because, man, he don't have much of a shot here.
Yeah, that's the only shot he has, really. I mean, there's nothing.
Well, cut that stripe all the way across table here.
But even if he can't do that, Nick, as long as he can hit the 14 full, he can stick the cue ball behind the 5, because obviously he's going to bank the 3 over. So that's not going to be an issue. But so if you can stick the cue ball behind the 5, that would also be a good shot.
Yeah, he could play safe.
So he might actually call safe here and stick the cue ball behind the 5, and obviously the 14 might just slowly go towards the pocket. I think that might be, because I'm not too sure you can see enough of the left side of the 14, Nick.
You might be right. That 5 ball might be blocking enough to make it. I like your idea on the safe a little better.
Yeah, well, that's not bad.
I mean, yeah, it's not bad at all.
I mean, you're not going to pull in trees up with that shot, but he'll probably come back to the table, but he's give Jason a lot more options by playing the shot he's just played.
Yeah, I like putting him on top of the 5, but
yeah, I think the Nicky Van, what I know, would have put you stuck behind that 5 ball. You won't be able to play no jump shot, no nothing. You'll be right frozen to that 5 ball.
Well, I'd certainly be trying.
No, I've spent a lot of time with Nick. He's that tight, he give you no room to breathe. Especially in 8 ball, more so in 9 ball, it's important to get your opponents really tight behind them balls, because these guys, they jump so good now, it's unbelievable. They're making jump shots look like hangers with all this equipment what's come out now. And obviously the guys practice really hard on jump shots because it's a major part of the game, especially rotation, 9 ball and 10 ball. But 8 ball, it's not as important because you have to make the ball, otherwise you're dead basically.
Now he could He could, if he wanted to play aggressive here, cut that stripe all the way down to the corner here. I think he can see enough of it, but...
Well, he's on solids, right?
Oh, he's on solids.
Yeah, I think he could hit the 5 onto the 14, put the cue ball behind the 3. Just like that.
Boy,
great shot.
I like that.
Yeah, Jason's a smart 8-ball player. I mean, it's tough when your opponent plays so good like this. I mean, you find yourself in a bad spot. But you've got to keep fighting, and you never know. But Jason's going to be in the future tournaments, even if he loses this match. I mean, going forward for the series, is going to be a very dangerous player in these World 8-ball in the World Pool Series, because I do think 8 balls is his strongest game. So even though Imran might win this match, Jason will definitely come back and have some really good results. Yeah, as good as Imran does play, if there was one slight weakness in his game, I would say it's his kicking. He'll be pretty satisfied with that one, though, with that result.
Wow.
Yeah, he played that one good.
Boy, he sure did. He kind of climbed a little bit out of the grave here.
Yeah. And Jason in a tough one here. I mean, he can try and get the cue ball back to somewhere on the top rail. Because the problem is, if he tries to slow roll behind the 3, if he don't get it, he's leaving the 10. So this is very dangerous.
Yeah, I think I like...
I like the cue ball on that top rail, the middle diamond.
Yeah, where he can't cut that ball on the side.
Yeah, he's played the shot. That's dangerous. He played it great.
Wow,
nice touch.
That takes a little nerve to roll that across there, because if you miss, there's a good chance you're going to lose.
Well, I think the most pleasing thing for me is well, the shot he did just play. It means the table's rolling straight. And as a pool player, that's all you wish for, really, is a straight table. So that really pleasing to see that he trusted the table. Because that table, I mean, it's on any table in the world, it could be level, but that can easily just drift off slightly, and it can make you look silly sometimes. You know what I mean? So Imran, he's come out with a jump shot here.
Oh wow!
It might be the first jump shot I've seen in the tournament so far. To be fair to him, he don't have a lot of options, Nick, so it's not a terrible option. But he's putting his exit. I mean, yeah.
No, I think it is the best option here, don't you?
Well, there isn't much of that free ball to go over. I mean, it's pretty close, so he's going to hit this really good. And I'm very surprised that he's not using a Predator jump cue. I know he's sponsored by Predator, so I don't know what. Obviously, he's found a jump cue he really likes. I know he used to jump with a Predator cue. I don't know what he's got in his hand there. Never seen this one before. But he must like it. He sort of got back up though, Nick. He's not too sure about it.
Well, this is certainly not the shot you're looking for ever.
I mean, you got to give credit to Jason there. He put him in a hole, and got rewarded for it, I think. But tough out. He's got the 7 ball's tricky. Even the first shot's tricky. And the 5 ball makes things a little bit tricky also. So he's got to really play a really good pattern play here on this out.
Yes, he does. He's got a lot of options on this first shot.
Well, I think he should try and make the 14 in the same shot here, Nick.
That's what I like. I like just floating forward if I could and just knock it in the hole, get it out of the way. Because that's no good as a key ball until that ball moves. So even though he'll probably have to, he may have to play it next, but where it's sitting with that stripe, you're going to be too thin to use it as a key ball.
Yeah, I mean, this is First shot here, I mean, it's like this layout looks a little bit tricky, but this one shot can make this run out a lot easy. So, but I think he might have a little funny angle on it where he might be hitting the 14 ball thin and might just slightly go away with the cue ball a little bit.
Yeah, he could run in and tie himself
so. That's what I
up.
thought was going to happen. That's what he was worried about. He's okay.
Yeah.
Actually worked out pretty good, really. I mean, that could have been a lot worse, Nick.
Actually, it is pretty good because now he can use that 7 if he can use that 7 as a key ball, which that's pretty nice.
Yeah. And also is that he found the gap between the 8 ball and the 15, I guess, there, so that he's not hampered over the balls. I mean, he's not jacked over the ball, which makes a massive difference. You get jacked over that ball and you got to play that free ball, and you're in big trouble because it's hard to hold the cue ball, and then it's hard to make the shot also.
Yeah, and then you're going to end up too thin on the 2.
Yeah, exactly. Where now he can punch this ball in, get the perfect angle on the 2, and then he's got options. I mean, the table will be laying really nicely. And that 14 ball makes a big pocket for the 8 ball as well. So, feels like he's sort of overthinking a little bit here, though, Nick. I think these are. I mean, obviously he wants to make sure, but the last 2 games he was playing at a really good rhythm, and now he's thinking, oh, maybe I can get back into this game. He's just slowed down a little bit again. And Imran's, this is why.
I mean, waiting.
Imran's asked for the call on this one.
Yeah.
I don't really think it's needed, but.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. If something moves, it's a foul.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really anywhere near hitting a henny ball here. I mean, he'd have to really twitch. So maybe a little bit of gamesmanship there.
He must have been hoping for a little twist of flex there, huh?
Yeah, I think you didn't need a referee for that one, I don't think. It's pretty obvious that if you moved anything there, you'll be hard to miss it. I mean, if he was jacked over the ball and he's right, or if he's really, really close to the ball where it is half and half, then, but he had a full ball to it there.
He's actually, he's got a little more angle than he wants, I believe.
Yeah, but maybe he was a little bit annoyed that he asked for the referee there, though, Nick. I mean, maybe just distracted him slightly.
Well, he hit the ball just a hair fatter, I think, than he wanted. He wanted, if he hits it a little thinner, he comes back another couple inches, and it might have been perfect.
Ooh, that worked out good. I thought he hit it a little bit too on the wrong side at first, but just about got there. You would like to see this 5 ball now. That'd make a big difference. If you can see this 5 ball, Nick, it'll make life a lot easier.
It's a little snug, I think. I think he's coming awful close to that ball by the side. I know he'd like to save this ball. He don't want to give up this ball.
Yeah, I mean, if the 5 ball doesn't go here, then this rack really becomes a little bit tricky now. Because he really needs to be able to, if you can see this, it makes a big difference. But if you don't see this, then all of a sudden this rack becomes really tricky.
You're sure right about that.
Because the problem is that
you almost got to take the 6 out if you can't. If you shoot this ball, you got to take it out, don't you?
Yeah. And
next, because getting back to it's no hanger.
No. I mean, now he's he needs to, because after he makes a 7 ball here, it's going to be very difficult to get on the 5 ball the way you want to get on the 5 ball. I mean, he'd have to get perfect on the 6 ball to be able to get perfect on the 5, really. I mean, he'd have to sort of draw back and come off the side rail between the 8 and the 14 that way. Otherwise, he might have to leave. He might have to leave like a finished cut on the 4 ball and put all his eggs in the basket to get good on the 5, and then play and then travel a lot with the cue ball from the 5 to the 8.
What about this? Why don't you pocket the 6 and draw into that stripe?
Yeah, I did think about that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the only reason why I don't like that shot is because the cue ball's so close to the rail. So he's a little bit frightened of hitting it fat or.
Yeah, he's got to jack up a little further than he wants, and a cue ball he might lose the speed because if he goes by that ball,
it can scratch in the top pocket.
Well, and plus he's not looking for no 6, 7, 8 foot shots here.
No, he's playing it though. Ooh, we looked at it. Yeah, he's. I think you just got to play shape for the 6 off the 7 and try and get good on the 6. Really, I mean, just take a slightly more difficult shot on the 5 if you have to. I mean, sometimes you have to go a different way. If you don't go your plan, hey, you have to really take it on the chin, Nick, and try and find a different way, because you're not always going to play perfect.
Yeah, I think this falls into the KISS principle here. Yeah. Eddie Taylor, fellow Hall of Famer, said when you're in a tough spot, he says, look for the simple solution.
Yeah. Yeah, and it looks like he can draw the 6 ball here, Nick. If you can draw the 6 ball here off the bottom rail onto the side rail and back out and just leave a slight angle on the 5, that'd be beautiful. Just like that. Great shot. Absolutely perfect.
Yeah, that, because you don't have to go too far here.
No, it's great now, because now I just draw back maybe 2 feet and play the 4 on the side, which is going to be a natural angle to come for the 8 on the side. He'll probably just miss the 11 with the cue ball, or even if he just draws it or whatever. I mean, he's definitely leaving the right ball still last here. Yeah, it's very important to look at your which ball you want to leave for the 8 ball, your key ball for the 8. And another good stroke. I'll tell you, we've got a little turnaround here, Nick.
Yeah, we, and you know, when you stub your toe a few times in this game, it just increases the pressure every time you come to the table. When you give up a game you're supposed to win, seems like the penalty sometime is extreme for doing that when you give up games you're supposed to win.
Nice.
Well, that kind of. Oh, if he hits that striper, he's a goner.
Yeah, I can say that's why I said nice. I mean, he really put a nice stroke on that, because that would have been in very easily. If you don't hit that good, you kiss at 11, you're done.
Okay, that's game number 15. Time he parked that cue ball just perfect.
Nice. Wow. Deserves something.
Not sure anything went in.
Yeah, didn't hear any balls dropping there, Nick.
No.
No, it's not the sound you like after you've hit the break. You want to hear them little drops. And very unfortunate, really. I mean, you can't really hit the break any better than that. But this just to show when you just move that, stop the players from breaking in that centre of the table. You're going to see a lot more 8 ball.
Yeah, you're going to get back to the table a few more times, aren't you?
Yeah. Well, big game here for Imran, because lost 3 in a row, and it's not a straightforward out here. I mean, he's got some thinking to do, so you don't want to make any mistake in this rack for sure.
Yeah, and this ain't exactly a give me, not yet anyway. This, that 11 could be a huge problem, but he was able to take care of it pretty fast, which always makes you happy.
Yeah, it's met I think the key is that what does he decide to do here? I think the way the balls are laid, he has to take the 3 balls on this bottom table. What he's going to play now is he's got to play these 3 balls. So the 8 ball's not automatic shape, but the 8 ball does go in the side pocket. So long as he leaves the right angle, he's okay. Because he's going to have to come back down table for the 8 ball.
Yeah, he wants to get up to the side on this shot for sure, because he needs to control this first ball so it don't block his shot on the 11.
Yeah, this is going to be a bit tricky.
This is a little tricky, is right.
He wants to really get as close as he can with a cue ball, but that's dangerous also.
Yeah, I'd try to come up and bounce off that rail.
Yeah, don't get stuck on the rail here.
Ooh, that's a couple feet longer than I'd like to be.
I think he's in a bad spot here, Nick. because you're frightened to roll it because the natural angle is close for a scratch on the cue ball. And then it's difficult to get the 14 to come off the rail.
Yeah.
Because you've got to really hit it. Because it's not a thin cut. It's not a thin combination here. This is he needed the cue ball to be past the side pocket and about two feet off the rail, like Nick said. And that would have made the shot a hell of a lot easier.
I think I might pound this in and
like
float forward.
Yeah, like a punch.
So hopefully I can get that ball off that end rail, or at least if it happens to even run into 11, at least hopefully they won't tie up. That's why I'd hit this with some speed. I don't think I want to roll this one.
Yeah, and this is a mistake what a lot of professionals make, but not Imran Majid. So there's a knowledge of Nick Varner there. I mean, he isn't just a pretty face. Just let the audience know here is that Nicky, we didn't ask him to come here just because he's a pretty face. He knows a couple of things, and he might have got a bit unlucky, but I think the 11 sneaks pie, the 11 ball, right, goes past the 14.
Yeah,
so that's his saviour.
All he's got to do is stop the ball here, I think, and well, he sure don't want to shoot that top. I mean, it's not that big a deal shooting this top one, is it? But well, I guess he's stalled, or he's lost a few games. He don't want to.
No, if you look here, he hasn't got a full pocket for the 11, so he's got to slightly pinch the pocket, which should be okay. That's why he's taking a bit more time here, because he don't have a full pocket. So he's got to play this into the 11, so he's going to cheat the pocket a little bit here. Nick Varner was a genius at cheating the pocket. You see?
Tell you what, this might not be good here, Darren.
You cheated it too much, Nick. You cheated the pocket too much. Unintentionally. He tried to just feather the rail.
I think he may be in big trouble here.
Yeah.
I don't think he can go to the right off this ball, and I don't think he can swing two rails. No. I don't think he can get enough speed. Hell, and he's only got two pockets for the 8, the left or the right side.
Yeah. I mean, that's the only pocket he can get on the 8 ball is the right side. He has to play like a punch follow with a lot of right, but hit it really. You got to hit it so good to get the cue ball off the top rail, side rail, come in between the side pocket and the 7 to get shape on the 8 for the right hand side pocket. I mean, this is a very tough shot, especially on a brand new cloth like this.
You know, I was thinking he looked at it so long and studied it like it was so tight. Yeah. I started thinking, well, if it's that tough, he should maybe play the top ball, just roll it in, and he's got plenty of angle to come down for the 8. Yeah. Because obviously it wasn't very easy, because he took a long time on that shot. That's a pretty simple shot unless it's really tight.
Yeah. I think he's doing what we said, but we'll see. There you go. Just couldn't quite get enough speed on it though, Nick. You know what I mean? It's like on your club table.
He hit it about as good as you can, and it's no good.
Yeah. On a club table where the cloth's like maybe 2 or 3 weeks old, that shot's not so difficult. But on here, it doesn't grab. On a brand new cloth, it just doesn't grab quick enough off the. It's like a delayed. It's just spinning, so it just doesn't grab right. And that was a great example there. So that's the difference between playing on a TV table and your club tables.
Does that go by the 2?
Wow, well, that would be a massive bonus. If it does, he should have been playing for that. He should have been playing for that in the corner.
Yeah.
And he has called it, so. But I don't think it's a full pocket. But I think it's got 3/4 of the pocket there, though, Nick.
He's got what?
I think he's definitely got 3/4 of the pocket.
Well, where he's at, he's lucky he can even shoot for the win.
Well, yeah. I mean, but even if you can see the full pocket, it's still a very tough shot right here. And
but you know, there's a lot of value if he could block that corner pocket with the 2, because he might not leave him a very good shot, Jason a very good shot. So even if he just gets this close, it could be powerful.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you, this is a big shot in this match. This could be a big point of the game here, I think. I mean, we could see some drama if he doesn't win this game. Oh, what a great shot he's played there. Wow. Oh, Jesus. I mean, he hit that really good there, Nick.
But look, Jason, he's got one pretty good-sized problem. At least he's got a lot of balls to get over here, but he may only get one chance to come across.
But this is a good thing with the free foul rule. He could even opt to go for the free fouls here. I mean, he isn't going to do that, because if he does get ball in hand, he's obviously going to play the 2 in the corner. and run the game. But I mean, it's a very difficult 8-ball. I mean, the 8-ball's in a terrible situation for Imran because he hasn't got the pocket, and he can't make that 8-ball even if he leaves him a jump shot. So I would imagine Jason's going to play safe here and try and get the ball in hand. Because
you called it. Yeah. You called it. Not your first day on the job, is it?
I mean, Imran's completely dead here. I mean, he has to play a great shot here. I mean, the only shot he's got, he's calling the 8-ball, which is no good. He should go off the top rail, side rail, and just trickle onto the 8-ball, just trying to lay onto the 8-ball. That's the only shot he's got. So Jason obviously sees that and doing nothing crazy. He's no need to take any risks here, Jason, because he knows that he can't make this ball unless he somehow gets crazy lucky and double kisses the ball in. I mean, just to hit it is tough enough anyway. But if he can go 2 rails and just lay on that 2-ball, I mean, lay on the 8-ball and leave him in front of the 2, then he might be favourite in this game.
Oh, well, that's his best option.
Tell you what,
and,
the speed's okay, but the line's not great. So even though it's a good hit, it's not the hit he wanted, right?
Now what do you do here? You cut the 2 in?
No, you've got to cut the 7-ball in the side pocket. Or you go with the top rail and just lay onto the 6, but that's not great. I think he's got to play the 7 in the side pocket, right?
Well, here I would pick the one I had the most confidence in. If I didn't have confidence in the 7 and I did the 2, then all that's important here is to make a ball on this shot.
But he did just look at the shot what I called earlier, play off the top rail and just lay onto the 6-ball. But which is a very negative shot.
Yeah, I don't like bringing my opponent to this table again. You know, he's dodged lightning now on the last one.
Yeah, Alex Pagaliano says to me, he says, just be grateful you're coming back to the table. And I think Imran's very grateful to be coming back to the table right now. And he does have a shot here. A very difficult one, but he has something.
You going to kick soft, or are you going to try to make it over here?
Well, yeah. I mean, he can try and make it in the corner. He can try and roll onto it, so you're right on top of the 8-ball, which is not easy because with where the 6-ball is, you've got to get it perfect. And if he just hits it full, he's going to leave the 2 in the side. He wants it so that you're leaving him jacked over the 8-ball, but even still, that's not a great result because there's a lot of safety options for Jason because the 8-ball's dead. I think he somehow needs to try and make this 8-ball. I don't see any benefit in just rolling on top of the 8-ball because he's still going to be in a bad position when he comes back to the table because Jason can play the 2 as a 2-way shot.
Well, you pretty well got to kick this ball in 2 rails. You got to come off that end rail and try to cut it in that lower left pocket here. Yeah. Not exactly the shot you're looking for, but it's better than no shot.
Yeah, I like taking a swipe at this because it's a free shot. He had no business being at the table here. But he's going to try and grind it out. Like I say, it's just. I mean, yeah, it's just. He's not really gaining anything by that shot, Nick. Right?
Yeah.
I don't see the benefit in that shot. Because now he should play the 7 into the 4, so that opens the game up even more for Jason. And just leave the cue ball on the top rail. I mean, just leave it so that he can't kick it in. Or
just, well, of course, he'll have a path to kick that 8 in off that left rail probably. Yeah. You might even, well, you don't want to leave him that long rail banco, but.
Yeah, I don't like moving that 2-ball.
You almost, well, you got to play something off the 7, that's for sure. Yeah. So I guess you want to hit it and go down between that first and second diamond, huh? About the best you can do?
Yeah, I think if I were Jason, I'd just try and get the cue ball on the middle diamond on the top rail. Because that really makes the kick, if he is going to try and kick the 8-ball in, a lot tougher than it is leaving it near the right-hand pocket. Leaving the cue ball near the right-hand pocket like this gives Imran a better opportunity to make the 8-ball, I think. Where if he left the white ball here in the centre on the top rail, it would have been a lot tougher angle. So now he has to shoot it, surely. I mean, surely he's got to try and kick this 8-ball in now. I mean, this is his last chance. there's no safety, so.
He called it. Now, is he going to hit short of the side here and spin it down?
Well, this is where the TV table might get him. I mean, he's looking at drawing the ball, which is not a terrible option, but I don't think he needs to.
I'd rather spin it off the point short of the side myself.
Yeah, I agree.
Trying to make it. I don't like trying to pinch it. That's pretty well guesswork there.
I mean, if you look where he's putting his hand there, I don't know what he's doing there.
Huh?
I mean, he was putting his hand here to try and draw it there. I mean, that's not going to work on this table.
Wow, I don't like the choice here.
I don't see how this can grab in time, but if he does, then
not
great.
on this new table.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's
wow.
Oh wow!
Great effort.
Boy,
great effort.
What do I know? He damn near made that ball.
And I think he could have got a little bit more juice on that as well. So he's pretty comfortable actually. Yeah, that was a good effort. And the good thing, the way he did play the shot, is that he did have more chance. He did have more ball to it there, and he had a better chance of making it.
Yeah.
So actually, it probably was the right shot. That in hindsight, obviously, it didn't look good, but when you're out there, you see the angle a little bit different. Well, I'm guessing Jason's very thankful that his art would have skipped a beat there when that cue ball was tracking over towards that 8 ball. the old art stopper. You've had a few art stoppers in your time, Nick, huh?
Yeah, a lot of them.
I'm guessing
what's the old saying? If he kicks that one in.
Yeah, well, that's the problem. Is that
I'm afraid you're going to be out of business pretty soon.
I've had quite a few of them balls, but has been kicked in against me, and I'm sure you have as well.
Yes.
They sting.
Yeah,
they're little stingers, them, Nick.
I'm not a big fan of bringing my opponent to the table too much.
Yeah. Well, I think when you get older, you realise more. You get a bit wiser as you get older. I think I've got to stop bringing my opponent to the table, having like a free shot at something. Because when you've been playing pool a long time, you've seen it all basically. Nothing surprises you anymore on the pool table.
Yeah, safeties are wonderful as long as you get the result you want, but sometime you never know how good the safety is going to be till your opponent shoots. Yeah. That's the part I don't like.
Yeah, exactly. I've played some great safeties and got punished for it, and I've played some really bad safeties and got rewarded for it.
Okay, Jason continues the streak. This will be 4 in a row.
Telling you, Nick. There's a bit of meat left on the bone here.
Okay, when he pockets this 8, the score is going to be 10-6.
Well, this becomes really big right now.
Yeah,
I mean, they're all big for Jason, but I mean, Imran's going to start sweating a little bit if he loses this one. And it's dry again.
Wow.
Woohoo. Not easy though, Nick. Tricky here.
Yeah, because he has to shoot the 2.
Yeah. Maybe he can make the ball on the side pocket. What about the 15 in the side? Does that go? That'll make a big difference.
Maybe he can.
That'll make a difference.
Yeah, I certainly like that better.
You know, that free ball's no good, isn't it? The free ball, you're trusting for a bit of luck. Once you make the 2 on, you kick the 7, for example. The 5's not in a great spot, so stripes are laying much better here.
Yeah, and he has to move. He has to move the 12. Is that the 12? Yeah, 12. He has to move this stripe in this lower corner of the 12 ball. He's got to move that so that he can play the 10, and the red stripe opens up the pocket for the 11. Yeah, I like stripes way, way better. I don't like shooting 11 or 15. Or is that the maybe this is the 15?
Yeah, it's a 15, which is the closest to the side pocket. I think this is a 9 ball, and this is the 11 of the 15. I'm pretty sure he's going to shoot the 15. I think it's a funny little angle, but he's got to shoot it. Yeah, he's got in a great shape. If he can make the shot, he's in total control of the game, really.
I wouldn't baby this. I probably would have bounced off the end rail there myself.
Yeah. And look at the result, though, Nick. I think he can shoot the 11 now. This one here.
That's too thin for me.
Yeah.
I just think, to me, that's being a little bit lazy.
Yeah, you don't need to, because you can use a 10. I mean, really, the 10 and the 11 should be probably his last 2 balls right now, right? Unless it comes over for them 2 balls now, and then he leave the 14 ball for the key ball. I mean, that's okay also, but I don't sort of like how they're situated, leaving that 14 ball till the end, because you got to get perfect on the. You have to get perfect on them balls. He needs this to speed up or slow down, one of the two. It's not bad.
Not bad at all.
Yeah, so he's going to leave the 10 and the 11, I would think, for his last 2 balls, Nick. It's a case whether he wants to play the 8 in the side or leave an angle on the 11 and come 2 rails out for the 8 in the corner.
Well, that ball he's closest to me, is a little bit of a problem.
Yeah.
You know, especially when he shoots this green stripe first.
Yeah, I was thinking that he could make the 14 and come across off the side rail and play for the stripe in the side pocket, but that's not easy, especially where the 6 ball is.
I'm not so sure, but what this is not the right play here.
Yeah, which is probably might be right. Yeah, that's good.
Yes, I like that.
Probably didn't want to bump that ball though.
No,
it's
it would have been nice to get by it.
It's okay because it passes the free ball in the corner, so just play a little soft draw shot here, I would think.
Yeah, with a little spin, so you don't have to kill us, so you can soft spin it back. And you really need a little angle going to the right here. You don't want to fall straight, and you sure don't want to be going the wrong way here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not. You have to play a perfect positional shot here, really. Yeah.
And if you get too thin, you get.
Well, it's key. He needs to try and get the cue ball near the side pocket, maybe like an inch away, a couple of inches away at most. Just make sure you get the right side of the next ball. He's played it differently. Yeah.
Well, I kind of like that.
Yeah, that's good also.
Because he should be able to follow straight across with a little reverse and get pretty full on this 10, right?
Yeah.
So actually, I like that what he did there.
Yeah.
Better than what I was thinking. He has more room for air.
Yeah.
The way we're going, he had to be pretty precise, huh?
Yeah.
Of course, he didn't have to go too far. That
surprised me though, Nick.
Yeah. I guess he wanted to bounce off. He's afraid if he float across to either. I guess the thought there is he's afraid from that angle he's going to stop too short and be too thin on the 10. So it allowed him to get full with a little angle. It made it a little easier hitting that second rail, huh?
Yeah. I thought he could have left the cue ball closer though.
Oh. Well, then he might have had to hit it easy. I think the speed's what took him down.
Yeah.
Because it slid off.
Yeah, for sure.
It slid off lower with that higher speed.
And I think he might have got a little funny angle here, Nick. He might have to bump the free ball here. I don't think he can just. I think it's like just a slight angle on the 11 ball. Well, he is because he's just. I can see with his body language.
He may have. It looks like to here. Of course, I can't see how much angle he's got, but it looked like he could hit the the right half of the 3 almost anywhere.
Yeah.
And draw back, and he'll be almost straight.
He's got to make sure he hits the 3, or don't hit it too full and get stuck on the 8.
Yeah, that's what he's worried about.
And then you don't want to overdraw it and miss the 3, and then you're dead. But he's just got to trust his stroke. It's like a lot of punchy. I don't know, but it depends on the angle. I don't think this angle is very good at all, Nick. I think he's really like one of them little angles where it's an angle, but it's not an angle. You know what I mean? It's like just sort of naturally flicking the 8 ball. He might just be. So he's got to hit this good, I think. There you go. He didn't like it. He didn't like it.
He's got to soft roll it in the side or bank it. One of 2 things. I like cutting it in the side, rolling it in the side, and freezing him on the end rail. But the thing is, you can't. You're probably going to be hooked the next time you come to the table.
Yeah, and these side pockets are really from a cute angle. It's different.
I don't like
these side pockets are tougher than a side pocket on a diamond, for example. So I think he's going to go for the bank shot.
I think he will.
Because that near point on the side pocket, they really stick out. So it's called the bank. It's called the bank. So this is a big shot, Nick.
It's so easy to hit the point. So easy.
Yeah.
You can hit either point here.
Yeah. But it's called the bank shot. It's called the bank shot. So he's going for the bank shot. If someone like Nick Varner's shooting this, I'd be pretty sure he'd make it. Jason's. I expect him to make it, but he's not a big favourite to make it. Just because the table's brand new, so you sort of like you just got a nice punch, right, Nick? Or draw.
I kind of like the way he's locking that hand in there, huh?
Yeah.
Against the rail.
Yeah, he's one of the bigger breakers.
I like that. I like that.
Oh, he got kicked in. That was good. The cue ball just flicked the 10 ball into the side pocket. Otherwise, it would have come dry, which would have been unbelievable. And look at the layout there, Nicky. This is a layout what Nick Varner used to get back in the day, back in the late 80s, right? Early 90s. You used to get layouts like that, pal.
Yeah, but this looks.
I like solids. Sorry. Oh, he's got to take stripes.
Yeah, it's not so easy.
There you go. I mean,
buddy.
solids are easy. I was looking at solids. Sorry.
You forgot.
I forgot that one. Yeah.
It's take what you get.
Yeah, my apologies. Apologies to the chair.
And make all you can.
Yeah, so he's sort of got a little bit unlucky there. Well, I'm pretty sure that he's going to figure this out. He's got a couple of balls there. He's got a couple of options, really, to bump that 12.
Yeah, I think I start with the 14 and then play the 9 in the side and then come down and try to bump the 2 out of the way.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, that's good. And also, I mean, can't really tell, but maybe the 12 passes the 5, but very tight.
I think that one's, I think it does, but I don't think that's the shot you're going to be looking for.
Yeah, I think and also the 13 ball could be an option. Also, this one here. He's definitely taking his time on this one.
You know, here's another option. Why don't you just cut the 9 in the side and come down and move the 2?
Yeah.
I think I like that even better.
Yeah, but he's not really looking at it. He isn't looking at it though, Nick. I know what you're saying.
Well, maybe he's got to cut this ball too much, and he might. This might be a pretty tight fit here by that 6 ball.
Yeah, I think it goes though. I think it's more. He's thinking, overthinking a little bit. Let's say. Because you don't want to try and make the 15 and draw into the 12 ball, which is a lot of people at home will be thinking that. Why not make the 12 ball and draw into the 12? The problem with that is if you don't get shape on the 12, you're dead. Because the 8 ball's blocking the, I think it's the 11.
Yeah, and plus that 8 ball is such a big ball there. Yeah. You don't even figure to get a shot if you don't get a shot on the 12. That I don't like.
Yeah.
I don't like that. He's left that other ball up there.
Yeah, now he's just made this.
I guess he had too much angle, I guess, on that. I thought he could just roll that ball in firmly, but and get that angle for the stripe. The 9 all of a sudden becomes an issue now.
Well, that's why I can't believe he's left the 9 ball there, Nick. Surely, if it was an issue, surely you would have played for the 9 ball in the opposite corner.
Yeah.
Where the 3 ball is. I mean, leaving the 9 ball on the table there is, I think, looks disastrous to me. There's so many problems.
Like this.
He's run into a lot. He's running problems now.
I think he's become a big underdog in this run out.
Yeah, just one shot. It's amazing that one shot, what you don't play right, just makes the rack so difficult. Well, it wasn't a really tough rack, really, as long as he played the right shot, like Nick says. And now he's got a lot of work to do here.
Well, to me, the 9 ball is a bigger problem than the 12.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, he's in. I think he's regretting that decision. And because of all this, he's like, but since he's got back in this game, his pace around the table's really got slower, which is a worry. And Imran's.
This might be a good time for him to lay his cue down and go wash his face.
I mean, Imran's walking around the table. I don't understand why.
He's waved down John Lehman to come in and make a hit call because Jason's leaning over the table.
No.
I believe so.
He's pulling some move there. That's pulling a move there, Nicky.
Yeah, that's kind of uncalled for.
That's, what's he doing? Wow. Well, that really surprises me. Well, it doesn't surprise me, but I don't know. I know Jason's upset about it because I know Jason. I know them both so well. This is what, but I know when Jason's upset and he's. I think he's in a bit of disbelief, really.
I think he was afraid that Jason was going to touch. Is that the 3 ball up there with his sweater?
Yeah, but he's nowhere
when
near.
He's leaning over.
He's nowhere near. He's nowhere near the sweater. I mean, the 3 ball.
Yeah, he's not happy, is he?
No.
No, I know what's happened there. I know what's happened.
Well, he can't afford to make any more errors here. He's really got to have a strong position recovery. He almost has to. Can he draw back up and get that angle on the side? Because I'm not sure he can win if he don't.
Well, he might be able to draw back for the 9 in the corner. What he should have played for. Yeah. Come here or something.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he's nowhere near the 3 ball. That's why I didn't know what it was calling. I mean, he wasn't even leaning over the 3 ball, Nick.
Yeah, I didn't quite. Just a move, I guess, to break his momentum, huh?
Yeah. So now he's in big trouble because that 12 ball, I'm guessing, with his body language, it doesn't pass.
Does it go past the 2?
Well, his body language is telling me no, because he was really disappointed after the shot.
What about this? What about playing the 13 and coming 2 rails and trying to bump the 2 out?
Well, that's what he has to do. I mean, he can't risk making the 11, right, and then leaving the eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
He has to do that because at least then he's got a bit of insurance. An insurance ball, you would think. I mean, he can look around the table as much as he wants. That's a shot he has to play.
Yeah, that's funny you say that because it's funny people keep walking around the table hoping something changes. But them balls just don't move to a new position, do they?
So it's very unfortunate. Yeah, maybe you should get 1 picker rack. And actually, he's played a great shot, and now he's back in the game again because the 9 ball passes a 6 ball, and all of a sudden everything's looking nice and rosy again.
Well, not that rosy. I think he's got a little tough angle. He can't bounce off this rail, I don't think. Don't he have to draw between above the side here?
Maybe. I thought he had a slight angle where he could punch it.
I think he's drawing. He might even draw in the side here. This is really a controlled draw here. But boy, there's a big reward if he hits this good.
Oh yeah. Told you.
Oh, he's playing that. Well, no, I didn't realize he. Oh, but this is not automatic here.
Oh, this goes past the 6.
I know, but it's blocking some of the hole.
No, but I don't think he could have played that any better, really. Yeah, I mean, he got really good shape on that ball. And he's turned this rack around in really nicely.
Yeah, if he makes this 9, this is like shooting 8 here. I tell you what, he recovered pretty strong this rack now.
You got to make sure you finish the job here, though, Nick. All right?
Yeah.
This is no gimme, especially when that free ball just come into play a little bit there. So you might see the referee coming over again.
Well, if he does, I think I'd take off my damn shirt.
Yeah. I'm surprised he hasn't brought the referee over. I mean, that one was a lot more closer to it in the ball with your sleeve, sorry, and it was his shirt. It found its way in the pocket, Nick.
Yeah, he used the whole 4 1/4 here now.
Yeah, in a couple of days that wouldn't probably fallen.
Tomorrow night that might have still been sitting on top.
Well, what a turnaround!
Okay, what a string here. 6 in a row for Jason Klatt.
Made one bad mistake. Besides that, Jason just played great. Well, this is every rack's getting big now, but I mean for Imran, he's probably can't believe what's happening right now, and he's come dry again.
I'll tell you, when he opened up this match, and that's how he took the lead, he was making 2 and 3 balls, mostly stripes.
Yeah, and he's come up dry here, and he's left a pretty nice laid table for Jason on stripes. So I'll be very surprised if he doesn't get out here. I mean, actually laying quite easy. So this got 10-9 written all over it. Good luck, pal. Yeah, pretty amazing here, Nick. Imran broke, come dry. So we've got a wide open table, and Jason's looking really in good shape here to go make the score 10-9.
Plus, it's his break. That's what I said. 6 in a row. He's got to feel like he's a favorite.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, he was buried to the gills.
Yeah, I mean, and look at the layout here. On stripes, look beautiful. Wow, what a turnaround. I think if Jason wins this game, I think we might go right to the wire here and see a shootout. Might see our first televised shootout.
I'll tell you what, I like that choice there, what he did there. Yeah. He can stop, make the 11 in the side, and then he can fall good on the 9 where he can drift to the right a little bit. And I tell you what, if he wins this game and breaks and run out, that Imran is not going to be feeling too good when he gets up there to break next time.
Yeah.
Hey, Darren, you mentioned our first streamed shootout. You want to explain to the viewers what you mean by shootout?
Yeah, we if the game goes 12-12, and then we will go to a shootout. So the players are lagged for the break, and each player will play 5 different shots. The 8 will be on its spot. The first shot you can put anywhere behind the line, and it's basically like a spot shot. So that will be shot number 1. Shot number 2 will be the cue ball in the on its spot on the edge string, and the 8 on the spot. That'll be shot number 2, and then shot number 3 you go 1 diamond in from the rail on the left, and then shot number 4 you go 1 diamond in from the right, making the but the 8 always stays on its spot. And then shot number 5, when you can see like a little spot on the top rail to the first diamond, there's a little marker. That's where the cue ball will go for shot number 5. It's like a little dot between the edge string and the top rail there, and that'll be shot number 5. And if it's still tied after 5 shots each, then it will go to a sudden death, and they'll just keep replaying shot number 5. And we've already had 2 shootouts today. One resulted in a 4-2 win, and the other one resulted in a 2-1 win. So obviously they're missing the balls. So it's under pressure. They're missing the shots. So even though you're probably supposed to make the majority of the spot shots, they're missing them. So it's I mean, there's been somewhat's been getting missed. So it's working. But the reason for them variation of shots is because you're never going to have the same eye line for each shot. Where if you just keep having the same shot, the eye line becomes too easy, and that spot shot becomes really easy after a certain amount of time.
Well, it looks like this match is really tightening up. He makes the 8 here. This score is going to go to 10-9, and it's Jason's break. Wow.
And the crowd's starting to see it now. I feel it, sense it as well also.
Now Jason's just turned around, and he's been making balls, and he scratched a couple of times. Look at the 10 ball.
Wow.
He's made a ball. But boy, what a mess on the left side of the table there.
Boy, we're looking at on that left side, Al, we're looking at a Chinese puzzle there, aren't we?
Yeah, from here it does look like a puzzle missing one piece. The cue ball getting in and out of there.
I know one thing. It's pretty tough to take solids here.
Well, he's considering flirting, I guess, with that 13 ball in the side pocket and bumping the 8. I'll tell you what, that gets pretty scary if you hit it with kind of warp speed. That 8 goes. But he might try to break him up that way.
If he hits a warp speed, he could hit that 8 full enough to make it in either the left or right corner. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like him shooting it as well. I don't think he, what about this? What about trying to go 2 rails and get back up toward the 4 ball where you got that angle to go into him off of this ball next? And
I like that. That's what he did. He flirted with that 8 there.
I tell you what, it came out pretty good. Ooh, he does have that one.
That 15 ball, don't he have that 15?
Wow, this is a little tough. You know what he may have to do here, Al, is oh boy, he's almost got too much angle. And this would be sweet if he could get this one right now. I think he can, maybe. It's tight, though, I think. But if he plays the 15, he almost has to soft roll it, and he's got to be careful, don't get away, and because he wants to shoot this ball he's looking at next. So he's going to have to play, I think, a little bit full on this 15. If he cuts it too much and catches that rail first, he's liable to lose the white.
Yeah, this is a real touchy shot because if he overruns it, I don't know if he looked at the 11 up in the corner. He's got the 11, which is right next to the 14 ball. But he really wants to get that 13 out of there with that 12 because that's his trouble ball right now.
I tell you what, that was a pretty gutsy move there, breaking them out when they're not froze or nothing. That it's sure, but he still hasn't solved. It might have made these 2 balls a little easier, but that that stripe against that 7. He don't have to get out here. This is really tough action. These balls haven't fallen too good for him, and boy, now he has to play position on the stripe on the right side when he makes that ball in the upper corner pocket, unless he's able to draw back and hit the end rail and come off the side rail.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's clawed his way back here 10-9, and he got through some real tough racks prior to this one. You know, he's contemplating every single move, and that's what makes Jason Klatt the 8-ball champion that he is.
Yeah, he's fighting hard. He's like...
and there it is. There it is.
Now, Imran has got... he's facing... a little bit of a challenge here on this first shot. He can't possibly be feeling overly confident here after this comeback of Jason's, and there's no gimmies here. He's going to have to make a good shot here, Al.
Yeah, absolutely. Those pockets don't look big like they used to in the beginning of this match. I'll tell you that much. They tightened up.
No, might look like he's trying to get a basketball in that side pocket here.
That's about that's about the best way to put it right now. I mean, that's due to the pressure that's on him. You know, this total arena is definitely packed all the way around now. And when you haven't got up there and won a game in the last 7 games,
well, I say one thing, he's going for the long shot. This shows some guts.
Well, you know, I think he's thinking a 2-way and trying to spin the cue ball just behind the 1. If he tries that, he could get himself jammed up too, if he makes this 6. That's what he did. He was playing a 2-way shot, and the 1 just came out just enough where he has a shot at it. And it's about the only shot he's got. I got lucky there, huh? Nick, I got lucky on that one.
Yeah.
Nick says, yeah. He agrees with me. That's why I like the Colonel.
Well, I like his, he's supposed to get out here. I like his position to go ahead 11-9. But Jason's got to be pretty happy. He's back in the match, you know what I mean? And it is his break next, I believe. Let's see, who's break?
No, Jason just broke that one, didn't he?
Okay.
I don't know. Don't ask me what I had for breakfast.
Imran has come up dry here most of his breaks.
Correct. That was a big shot, that 6-ball to start his run here. It was a really big shot to come with.
Yeah, that was a good come shot there because it was pretty long.
Especially when you're just getting out of your seat after so long. Well, he's got to come with another one now. He might want to get a little closer, but I don't think he's going to be able to get that close. I think he's only going to come out right where his 3 is now, maybe a little higher. And now he's got to come with another one.
Well, at least the optimistic way to look at this is if Jason run out, it'd be 10-10. He's got, all he's got to do is pocket this. It's not like he's got to do anything fancy or overhit it. You know, he's just got to bear down and just pocket the ball. That makes it a lot easier than if you had to pound it across or something. Oh.
Wiped its feet going in there.
He's lucky that shot wasn't a day later.
Yeah. Or the train going by might have held that up. And you know what? I think that was more pressure, Nick. You know, knowing that if he did miss it, Jason's wide open.
Yeah, that always creates pressure.
Yeah.
There's a lot more pressure in this 8 ball than there is 9 ball or 10 ball. Yeah, that feels pretty good. Feels pretty good. Okay, the score is 11-9. Imran's ahead.
Yeah, that was a big win for Imran, that last rack.
Yeah, huge.
Didn't hit them good, Nick, but got the ball.
And he's made a stripe here, and tell you what, I kind of like the way these balls are laying.
Yeah, I think that last rack was huge. Just stop that bleeding. Stop the bleeding.
Yeah, he's liable to get on the hill here.
Yeah, it's amazing what happens there. If it had been 10-10, he's like 4-railed that ball in. It's gone 4 rails and dropped in the corner there. Where if it went 10-10, that probably jaws up or kisses a ball or something. So,
yeah, I haven't seen too many go 4 rails, but that one did.
Yeah. It's, in this match, this is massive, really. 12-9 or 11-10. 12-9, I'd feel a lot more happy, comfortable. Start to be able to breathe a little bit.
Yeah, he will be able to catch his breath.
As you can see, these long races to 13, the players do slow down a little bit as matches go on. Obviously, there's a lot of thinking in 8 ball. That's the thing with 8 ball, is that you can definitely overthink, and then it does take a strain on you. You don't start seeing them finishers very clearly.
Yeah, those. Sometime when you got a throw in, it looks like a puzzle. Well, he found the perfect spot there. But I think he's really going to need to take the 15 and save that stripe there by the left side till last. Oh, I tell you what, he got a little thinner. He overcut that ball a little, and it took him a little further than he wanted to go. That was a nice shot, and but boy, he needs to be pretty full on this stripe if he if he's going the wrong way here. He don't want to be going to the right on this ball when this after he plays this 15. He don't want to be going to the right. The wrong way. At least right, the way he's going to be shooting it, he don't want to be going to his left. From the player's standpoint, he's a little full here, and he don't want to be short on this. He really needs to get the. Ooh, wow! He hit that ball a little thick, and he really found a tough spot here now. He can roll it in and maybe get a shot for the side, but
oh wow, what's happened here?
He's really fell out of line here, Darren. He's going, he wanted to err on the side of coming across too far, and he hit the ball up there a little full, and he's going the wrong way here.
Well, it looks like he might have to try and get on the 8 ball for the side pocket. That means coming. He might be able to roll this and bump the 8 ball, Nick.
Yeah, maybe.
Or he can try and come between the 8 and the 2, which is an extremely difficult shot. and leaving the 8 on the side.
I think that's what he's got to do. He's got to roll it down. But he looks like he's hitting it with low.
I like rolling.
Oh,
wow, what a shot that is.
That
was.
Wow.
That's probably one of the best shots I've seen all day.
Wow, I didn't even see that.
Wow.
That's fantastic, and all of a sudden...
hopefully it continues for the next 3 days. And the good thing is that for sure we're going to start seeing some great matchups over the next 3 days also. Because obviously the cream's going to rise and they're going to have to clash eventually. And the top 32 seeds, which we posted on social media and everything else, you could see the top 32 seeds were like sick. So even if we just get like maybe 24 of the 32 seeds getting through to the last 32, then you're going to see some amazing matchups. And we're seeing good matchups here, but I mean, all across the board. I mean, on the outside tables, there's going to be like final matches what are good enough to be the finals.
Well, I know of at least 2 players that lost today, Johnny Archer and Rodney Morris.
I thought Rodney won.
Oh, did he win?
Rodney beat Stevie.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He beat Stevie Moore.
I thought somebody told me that Rodney lost.
Yeah, he won. But there's been a few top players gone. I mean, Henrik Larsson, the world 9-ball champion in the wheelchair. Wow. Henrik Larsson from Sweden is in a wheelchair. He's like the world 9-ball champion. He beat Henrik Olsson from Canada, who's like maybe the number 3 player in Canada. Huh. And Henrik beat him 13-9, I think. So
wow.
A little bit of an upset there, but Henrik obviously he can play. Then obviously, like you said, Johnny lost. Hunter Lombardo lost to a guy from Puerto Rico.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yannick Boffis was playing Hockey Hoi from Japan. That was a tough first round match, and I know Yannick was down in that match. So that was a terrible miss there from Imran Majid. Huh?
Yeah, evidently.
And that was a look at the table as well. Wow, that was big.
Yeah, I think he lost his focus there, or else he was trying to cheat the pocket too much.
Yeah. Yeah, and that was really, I mean, if you look at the lay of the solids, I mean, that was pretty much game ball.
Yeah.
The way he's been playing.
That's not real good there, though. But maybe he can bump the 8, push it to the left of the stripe, and then maybe stay there solid for the 5. But boy, when he moves the 8, of course the 2's got a backboard in the upper pocket, so. No harm. No harm done there.
Yeah. Yeah, he's going to play for the 6th ball here. I think he's okay. He's going to make sure he leaves the right angle on the 6. That's nice.
Yeah, I tell you what.
I would imagine it's going to come in between the 2 stripes there, the 15 and the 10.
Yeah.
He'll leave the 2 ball for his last ball. He should go 6, 4, 3, 2. Well, he is really overthinking the last few racks. The thinking's got really. These 2 have got.
He's lost his momentum. Yeah. I mean, he's lost his momentum a little, I think.
Yeah. And he shouldn't have done really, because he didn't really do anything wrong to lose them last 2 racks. And he's stroking the ball nicely.
Yeah, he is playing nice. Well, that's pretty sweet there.
Yeah.
He just, I might even draw into the rail and bounce off. It looks like he can draw into the third diamond.
And
yeah. I'd rather be a little closer here.
This don't look good, Nick.
Tell
Couldn't
you what,
really put your hand anywhere. You can't place it any worse.
Yeah, he fell. Wow.
I think you might have to roll this through.
No, I think he's lined up at that right point, and I think he can get to the right on this.
Played that well.
Yeah. You just got to bear down on this and be sure this don't get away from him. Very nice, and we got action, Darren.
Yes.
12-10.
Yeah, there's still a bit of meat left on the bone. Nice. Nice hit. Wow, action. We got action.
I'll tell you what, wow.
We hit them really good. But no friends. No friends, but the table's not easy. Free ball's a problem. Maybe even the 5 ball. He might have to play off the rail, off the stripe in the corner here. He can go stripes, but he has to. He can play stripes because the 11 ball's a great break shot, right? He played the 10, leave a little angle on the 11, bump the 13. He got the 15 in the side if as his insurance. That's not bad.
Problem is, I don't think he can do that because if he does, I think he has to play to go into the rail and bounce off. I think he's going to clip the 3. Now maybe the 3 will take him down to the 2 balls.
Yeah.
But if it goes to the left of him, he could end up without a shot if he's a hair.
I'll tell you what he could do. He could actually play the 11 ball now and play for the corner.
Yeah.
But I don't think that. I think the 5's in the way, to be honest. But I think if he leaves a thin angle on the 11, I think he can miss the 3. But it's one of them. I mean, stripes, solids are okay. It looks like he's got to play this 5 ball though, off the rail and make it off the stripe and draw back. Maybe even draw back for the 3 in the corner.
Yeah.
But it depends what sort of angle he's got on this 5.
You mean the 4 over here?
Yeah,
make the 5.
Yeah, if you can make the 5 and get the cue ball, let's say near the 4 ball, and then you can play the 3 in the corner that way.
Yeah, to the right.
Well, I don't think he wants to play the 5 off the bottom rail, off the stripe over this pocket, you see, because it doesn't go direct. I think this is why he's going stripes. Yeah, I think he's doing what I said.
Maybe he can do what you're saying.
See, I'm not as daft as I look. Hey?
Yeah. You was born at night, but not last night, huh, buddy?
And he's played it. Oh, look at this, Nick. What a roll he's got there. Cheers, thank you.
Well,
it's not terrible.
He's got an out ball down here. He's in no trouble.
Yeah, as long as he's got a little angle there, but okay. He might make the 15 anyway. But you don't want to be straight on this ball, though. You don't want to be straight. He wants to create a little angle on the ball what's over the pocket. I think he can do.
Can he not make the 15?
Yeah, he'll need to look at it. He didn't look so despondent after he looked at it, so. Yeah, I think the 15 goes. Got a little angle on it. When was the last time you played 8 ball, Nick? You still play a lot of 8 ball?
I played a tournament down in Chattanooga toward the end of October to Chattanooga Billiard Club. And Played decent. Started out a little weak, and then the second match, well, Jeremy Jones racked the balls for me. I worked on my break a little, and then the next match, it's a good thing because I fell behind 4-2 going to 6, and I run 4 out.
Yeah.
And then I played my best match. I played that Roberts.
Rob Sayers?
No.
Josh Roberts.
Josh Roberts.
Josh Roberts, yeah. Yeah, he's a good player.
And I played flawless on him.
You win?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, you still got a bit of life in the old dog, huh? Huh?
Yeah.
Still a bit of life there, huh?
I guess
Huh?
I'm still a little bit competitive.
Yeah. Well, you always be competitive. You're competitive with your with your pocket.
Calm down, buddy. Calm down.
I'd like to say a big shout out to Mark Cantrell, who's a good buddy of ours, who's been going through a bit of a tough time. Wow. I hope you get better soon, Mark, and me and Nicky and all the guys are wishing you all the best. Make a speedy recovery there.
Well, that was a little bit of a surprise there, huh?
Yeah, and he could have played the 14 ball, and he chose not to. He did get on the 14 ball. I thought that's what he was going to do. So he took a slightly more difficult shot, knowing he probably fought in better shape, but it's probably cost him the match, which is a shame because it's the first bad ball he's missed, really.
Yeah, he's played pretty solid this match, and
yeah, since I've been here, it's the first mistake I've seen him make, to be honest. I mean, there's been a few airy moments, but he has got over the line in some of them racks. But that's the first ball he's really sort of put a bad stroke on, let's say. And yeah, I'd be surprised to see him coming back to the table here. It'd be a very relieved Imran Majid. He's still got to play a decent shot here. It's not shake hands time yet. You're not going to be throwing the towel in right now.
no. I think what I might do here is come back for the 4 and then maybe even take the orange one out, play the last one in the side. You could go in reverse, so you can go lots of ways here.
Yeah.
The bottom line is that's okay too. He's going to take the red out, but he might end up a little thin now.
Yeah.
I can't tell. He looks a little straight. He might be a little thin on this ball.
Yeah, I think he's got a
That's why I like to go after the 4 there instead of the 3. Of course, maybe he looks like he's going to the right. Maybe
it looks like he's okay. Just about okay.
Yeah, he actually had a little angle, so he's all right. And well, it's been a pretty good match.
Yeah, good standard, this one. I feel a little bit sorry for Jason, really. I mean, he hasn't done a lot wrong, and that's him out of the tournament.
Yeah, one thing about this single elimination, it's a little cold-blooded, huh?
Oh, yeah. But the good thing is we've got second chance tournament, and it's not like a dead ringer. I mean, it's decent money, so it can still be a nice tournament to win still. Pay like 5,000 to the winner, so.
Well, this is for the win.
Yeah, well played to Imran.
And he moves on.